I am Wu Nan. In my past life, I was burdened with sins. I met my retribution. In this life, I want to be a good person, finding clues in the smallest details. Helping my sister solve major cases one after another. My sister was rewarded for it. We moved into a larger public housing unit with Captain Zhao Chenglong of the criminal investigation team, becoming neighbors. I became friends with Zhao Lei.
Hello, Brother Nan.
It's rare for my sister to have a day off. Our two families planned a picnic together. There, Genius Crim.
Prim, wow, Brother Nan, you're so amazing.
Let's go over there. I'll build you a big one.
Okay.
Is Nan's school transfer settled?
It's all done. Nan, you and Lei stay away from the water.
Got it, sis.
Hey, are you guys still that busy lately? Zhao doesn't like to tell me about work stuff, Pelroy. He's afraid I'll worry.
We're busy. The case clearing operation isn't over yet. After solving those big cases and finishing the paperwork, the department finally gave us a few days off.
Any recent cases?
There's one from late June, a missing girl case. I was going to take it on, but...
Sigh, Brother Nan, I think I dug something up.
Oh.
Missing. It's already August, still haven't found her.
These cases are especially hard to solve. If within a day or two you don't find them, they've likely been trafficked abroad. What did you dig up?
A shoe.
Some countries in Southeast Asia are too chaotic.
Trafficking. If the child can't be found, how heartbroken the parents must be.
The local precinct and the district bureau have been investigating for a long time, but there are no clues.
I can't pull it out, Brother Nan. Come help me.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Min, with the charcoal is ready, what do you want to eat?
There's more underneath. It's connected.
Whoa, what is it?
Oh my god, get up! Quick, Uncle Zhao! Sis! Come here, quick, Auntie! Take Lei away.
What's going on?
What happened?
Take Lei away, quickly.
Come!
Come on.
Come this way.
Take her further away.
What is it? Why can't I see what we dug up? I'm the one who found the shoe.
A body.
Nan, you can't joke about this. Are you sure?
I'm sure I smelled it and felt it.
Min, take the kid and grab a taxi home. Okay?
Nan, you shouldn't be here either.
Sis, it's fine. Do I look scared?
Wu, call the team immediately. Get more people here. I have police tape in my car. Seal off the scene now.
Yes, sir.
Considering Bin Cheng's conditions a month ago, the temperature changes and the lower temperatures at the beach at night, it would slow down the decomposition. Based on this level of decay, the time of death is probably about a month ago.
About that, we have to wait for the forensic team to do a further investigation.
Hey, a month ago. A month ago, that's when Luo Shanshan went missing. Luo Shanshan, female afternoon of June 30th, went missing after school. According to the investigation, Luo Shanshan was staying at her aunt's house. Usually her parents would pick her up, but it was the start of summer break that day. Her parents, who work out of town, agreed to come pick her up themselves, but due to a major traffic jam near the school, they were half an hour late. The case was initially handled by the local precinct and transferred to the main bureau 2 days ago.
Dinner's ready, Lei. Come down, I'll introduce you to the brother.
You looked at the new case, find anything?
Not much. The killer acted at random. These kinds of cases are very hard to solve.
Yeah, tell me about it. A random act, nothing on surveillance, and no witnesses. A case like this, even a god couldn't solve it. The face is no longer recognizable.
The shoes are different. Although the clothes are badly stained, the style is different too. I remember clearly. Before Luo Shanshan disappeared, she was wearing white sneakers and her school uniform, but this girl is wearing a dress and black leather shoes.
I see. Stay back, no photos.
Hello, Director. Yes, it's a girl. There's a crowd, Sun Meng and the others are almost here, but we need more officers to maintain order.
Nan, what are you doing? Don't touch that. Stop it right now. Don't move.
Man, don't you dare.
Don't touch that. Xiaonan, what are you doing? Aren't you afraid of catching something?
I am. That's why I'm wearing 2 layers of gloves. See?
Shonan, how can you just touch things like that?
Why is there a child here?
Is that a body in the bag?
So many police officers, this might be a big case.
Shonan, how can you just mess around?
Oh, I only touched it a little bit just to confirm a theory.
Still being stubborn. Confirming a theory, my foot. The medical examiner hasn't even done the autopsy yet. Like you'd understand any of that. Come wash your hands right now.
Shonan, this part is not something you can be involved in. Go over there for now. Once the preliminary investigation is done, I'll let you see the files, okay?
Fine. Found in the sandpit, it was likely left by the killer. Call me if you need anything.
Look at you, acting so smart, daring to touch anything.
Commissioner!
What's the situation?
We still can't confirm the victim's identity yet. The killer was brutal. The body has decomposed to a certain extent, making it hard to use facial photos to confirm the identity after a detailed autopsy with the missing persons database for a DNA match.
So many people.
This is a public beach. It'll probably be in the papers tomorrow. We can't keep it quiet.
This is a heinous crime. I'm afraid it'll cause public panic. We must solve the case as soon as possible.
Yes, sir. We'll complete the task as quickly as possible. I've already notified all officers from Team 1 who are on leave.
Hey, how can he go over there and mind your own business?
Good you'll lead the task force. Start by identifying the deceased.
Yes, sir. DNA testing and matching will likely take a few days. Once we confirm the identity, we'll look into her social circle.
I know who the victim is.
You know, how do you know? Did you know her before?
I didn't know her, but
Hello, Commissioner. Didn't Uncle Zhao tell you to stay away? Why are you still here?
I know who the victim is.
You know who it is. The medical examiner hasn't even identified her yet. And you know, are you a psychic or something? This is no place for you. About you touching the body earlier, I haven't even dealt with you for that yet.
Oh, come on, sis. You've been so busy with work lately, you probably have no idea what I've been up to. Here.
What's this?
A sketch of the victim, I just drew it.
You drew this. How did you draw it? The body is in such bad shape. How could you identify her?
I just needed to confirm a few points. The parietal bone, frontal bone, and brow ridge. The cheekbones, jawbone, and so on. Based on the facial bone structure, I tried to reconstruct the face, and based on the clothing size to determine her build, then I sketched it out.
You can draw? How come I didn't know that?
Sis, like I said, you've been too busy with work lately. How would you know about my hobbies? Besides, don't you think the person in this drawing looks familiar? It's about a 70 or 80% match. You've all seen the files. It's Luo Shanshan.
Luo Shanshan.
It's definitely her. We've all seen the files. And I think the reason the clothes are different is because...
Commissioner,
Yes.
come here. Zhao, let me see. Xiaonan, right.
Hello, Uncle Yang.
I know who you are. At such a young age, you draw quite well, not inferior to the station's composite artists. But I don't want to discourage you. You're still young, after all.
Uncle, please just say it.
Then I'll be blunt. This isn't a composite sketch at all. It's something much more complex, facial reconstruction from bone structure. In the field of forensic science, we often need 3D scanning technology to attempt reconstruction through scientific means to be able to draw it directly. And have it look similar is extremely rare. And you only identified a few skeletal points. Also, at different stages of life, facial muscle and fat distribution vary significantly. For example, in middle age, the nose broadens and the jawline widens. Infants have baby fat in early adolescence. There's more subcutaneous fat, making the face shape rounder. During the later stages, as the bones develop further, the features become more defined, but you didn't have continuous reference points. Relying only on drawing from memory after feeling the bones is easily influenced by other factors. For instance, you saw Luo Shanshan's file photo, so you kept suspecting it was her. Therefore, it's no surprise that your drawing looks a bit like her. Then you were sure it was her. That's too hasty.
Uncle Yang, actually.
Oh,
Commissioner, I just performed a further examination of the body, although it's quite decomposed, and the face is unrecognizable. Fortunately, some skin is still intact. I checked the victim's hands. The left thumb and the right thumb and index fingerprints are barely intact. However, with the skin in a state of decay, it's very fragile. Contact collection might be very difficult. We can take photos for the record. Have the department's artist come over. It's best if they can sketch more details.
Okay, I'll arrange it right away.
If we can draw sufficiently detailed fingerprints, we can, before the DNA results are out, identify the victim much faster.
Uncle Yang,
What is it, Jiang Nan?
why don't you turn the page?
Turn the page.
Her right thumb is the clearest part preserved.
You drew this.
Just now.
How is this possible? You weren't by the body just now.
I drew it from memory. I saw it and I remember.
From memory.
This is impossible. How can this be?
I'm a genius after all. With a photographic memory, nothing is impossible. If you don't believe me, you can go compare it with the body.
Right. It's correct. Great drawing. Just by looking at it, the difference is negligible. Chief, we can use this.
I think the portrait I reconstructed is fine too. We can proceed with further confirmation. Send someone to Luo Shanshan's home on her daily items. Collect fingerprints from her right middle finger. Judging by the slight indentation on the second knuckle, it's a mark from holding a pen. For a long time, she's right-handed. What I drew is also the right thumb. We should be able to collect many matching ones. We can run a comparison right away.
Son, come here.
Coming.
Take some men and go.
Also, I think Luo Shanshan has different clothes than when she went missing because the killer obviously changed them, and the material of her current outfit, though heavily contaminated, I can tell. It's made of organza, lace, and velvet, as well as pure cotton. It's a style that's been popular globally for years. A cute Lolita-style dress, including the shoes. It's a set. Meaning, after the killer kidnapped her, he dressed her up meticulously and then... We're dealing with a... damn pervert.
We'll solve the case.
There's something even scarier.
Shonen, what else did you find?
This case might be even trickier. I hope I'm right. And yet I hope I'm wrong. I won't say it yet. Wait until Uncle Yang finishes the preliminary autopsy report. I need further confirmation.
All right, everyone, hurry up.
Yes, sir. Come on, everyone gather around.
No matter who you are, you're finished. Mark my words.
Although the DNA results will take a few days to come out, but based on the reconstructed portrait and the fingerprint comparison, confirmed, and the fingerprint comparison can basically confirm the victim is the one missing from case 630, Luo Shanshan. Currently, besides expanding the search area of the missing zone, looking for witnesses and surveillance clues, we also need to...
Val. I need it urgently. Yang gave me the preliminary autopsy report. The detailed one will take 5 more days.
According to the preliminary autopsy report, the forensic doctor provided the killer's DNA sample. The victim's fatal wound was to the neck, and the killer's methods were extremely brutal. This is a major case. Besides the door-to-door investigation, we also need to, the victim's social circle, conduct a re-examination.
Xiaonan.
Sorry about that.
Xiaonan, you've seen the report, right? Do you have anything to add? What were you going to say yesterday?
I think, huh?
Captain Zhou, we're in a meeting right now, outsiders. Should probably leave first.
He's Wu Nan.
I know who he is. I heard city leaders are meeting here, and even invited him to speak on stage at such a young age in criminal investigation and reasoning. He does have some skills. But a case like this, is it something he should be involved in? In what capacity is he participating? Is it appropriate?
As for this case, the body was first. It actually was Wu Nan who found the body first. Besides, his input is always a huge help to us. The commissioner approves.
Don't use the commissioner to pressure me. Back when the commissioner and I were on the front lines, you were still hitting the books at the police academy.
Even the mayor approved.
King Nian.
Kid. At my age, is my name something you can just...
Male born on September 13th, 1970. Graduated from Manha National Police Training School, started working in 91, served as a patrol officer in Lai County, Bincheng officer at Huaiyuan Road Police Station, Bincheng, detective for the South District Police Bureau Criminal Investigation Team. In '05, went to Royal Police Officers College for advanced studies. Later served as deputy captain of the District Criminal Investigation Team, captain of the District Criminal Investigation Team. Currently the director of Sanlong Police Station.
You actually investigated me.
It wasn't an investigation. After going through the previous cases, I know that because of my age, I'll always face criticism and rejection. To reduce such pointless arguments, I recently looked through the Bincheng police system, at everyone's resumes, hoping to communicate better with you all. I've seen your resume, I just remember it.
Bincheng City Police Bureau. All branches, police stations, police posts. There are thousands of people across the board. And you remember them all.
That's not important. You wouldn't believe me if I said I did. What matters is that this case is extremely important. I hope I can play a part to help solve this case sooner. Time is of the essence.
I've heard that you're good at reasoning, but this case just happened. We still need...
It seems Director Wei doesn't believe in my abilities.
You're just a kid.
You just got a divorce, and you have a strained relationship with your daughter. You're desperate to patch things up, right?
Wei. You got divorced? Director Wei.
You really did.
I clearly didn't tell anyone. How do you know?
Your left ring finger. Judging by the depth and color of the mark, you used to wear a wedding ring all the time, but now you're not wearing one. Although your clothes are clean, the wrinkles are obvious and they're a bit small. Look at your hair. You must have just showered today. You're someone who values cleanliness, but there's a stain on the bottom of your tie. You probably got it while eating. Judging by the discoloration, it's been there for at least a week. Putting it all together, it's no coincidence. It means you've recently divorced and started living alone. No one is doing your laundry or cooking for you anymore. You woke up this morning, realized your usual clothes were all dirty. So you had to go into your closet and find some old clothes to wear. Since you've gained some weight recently, the clothes are too tight, you couldn't find a clean tie, so you picked the darkest one. At least it doesn't look that dirty before the meeting started. Your phone is an older model. Although the stickers are badly worn, it's clear that these stickers are popular among elementary and middle school girls. This shows you have a daughter and you love her very much. Not long after the meeting began, you started getting anxious, showing clear signs of nicotine withdrawal. But when someone offered you a cigarette, you turned it down. You're quitting smoking, yet you've just gone through a divorce and you're under immense pressure from the case. In such a situation, no one could force you to quit. You should be smoking even more and looking at your complexion. It's not a health issue, so you're choosing to quit for someone. This person in your life is extremely important. You want to please her. To sum it up, I believe your daughter must be exactly 18 this year. Having just finished the college entrance exam in July, your relationship with your wife had soured long ago, but for the sake of your daughter's studies, you decided to divorce after she finished the exam. You chose to quit smoking after the divorce, because in recent years, your relationship with your wife and daughter worsened. Adolescent girls often have conflicts with their parents. That's quite common. She'll be going to an out-of-province university soon, and your ex-wife is leaving too, to accompany her to college. You won't see your daughter much after that. You're worried about drifting apart. So you're eager this summer, in the months before she leaves for college, to mend your relationship with her. Quitting smoking is just a small part of the changes you're making. Am I right, Director Wei? I don't mean to embarrass anyone, but if a few minutes of talking can save us from long-term trouble, I must do it. But if necessary, I can say more.
Shonan? We're in a meeting? Don't just say useless nonsense, Tell us about this case, what your take is exactly.
He really does have some skills I'd actually like to hear. Your brilliant insights.
There are 2 points, but they are very important. First, I believe this isn't the killer's first crime. He is likely a serial killer. Second, I believe the killer might soon strike again.
This kind of heinous crime usually makes the news. As far as I know, in recent years, there has never been such a heinous crime.
A serial case.
Striking again. Kid, don't just talk nonsense.
Shonan, On what basis are you making this judgment?
First, the killer changed the victim's clothes and dressed her up carefully. Second, according to the autopsy report, the fatal wound was on the neck. The cervical bone suffered only one slash. This shows the killer wasn't acting in a panic using stabbing, strangulation, or suffocation to kill the victim. He was very efficient. Furthermore, the body was found at Shallow Bay Beach, where people often go, and we even got the killer's DNA biological sample. Since the victim went missing over a month ago, the killer had plenty of time to destroy the evidence, bury the body in the mountains, or cremate it, yet he chose to dump it haphazardly. Also, according to the school gate surveillance, the victim left because her parents didn't show up and walked out of the camera's range on her own. Her parents were late due to a traffic jam, which was a random event. Although I still need to check her interpersonal relationships, but personally, I believe there's a very high probability that this is still a random crime. Based on the above, the killer strikes randomly. His methods are cold and cruel. This isn't his first time, and he doesn't care if the body or his own DNA is found. From a criminal psychology perspective, or from the killer's point of view, he fits the profile of a psychopathic serial killer. He likely committed similar crimes in the past, dumped bodies haphazardly, had his DNA sample taken by the police, but was never caught. He vanished into thin air after the serial crimes until he started again this year, still disposing of bodies carelessly. I even think he's taunting the police. Never been caught. He has no inhibitions. To sum up, I have two suggestions. First, send the killer's DNA sample to the provincial capital overnight for comparison. DNA sequencing in Bincheng takes 3 days for results, but the provincial capital has better equipment and can get results within a day. If all goes well by tomorrow afternoon, we should have the killer's DNA comparison to confirm if this was done by the same killer. Second, all police stations and posts should be notified. If another disappearance occurs recently, it must be reported immediately. Since Luo Shanshan went missing, it's been over a month. The killer is very likely to strike again. As I just said, time is of the essence. It's the lives of potential victims.
I'll take the sample to the provincial capital. If I take the highway, I can be there in 5 hours.
Wait a moment. Kid, to make your reasoning sound flawless, you are deliberately avoiding the alcohol issue. The autopsy report states it clearly. You're avoiding it on purpose. Alcohol was found in the body. He must have been forced to drink by the killer. The killer might have been drinking. Maybe he wasn't a good person to begin with. Alcohol amplified the evil in his heart. So, he's cruel, perverted, and acting irrationally in various ways. That's also a possibility, right? Why didn't you mention this at all?
I just didn't feel like it. I didn't want to waste everyone's time on meetings and debates. My goal was just to convince Uncle Zhao, to speed up the DNA comparison, and to prevent potential victims from being harmed again. What I said before was already enough.
Didn't feel like talking, or you just couldn't explain it?
But since you insist on asking, I can teach you.
Teach me.
Why do you think the killer would strike again?
Striking again is based on your reasoning.
Then let's go with my reasoning. Assuming he's a serial killer, why would he strike again?
Because
of life changes. With news media so developed today, we haven't heard of any vicious serial cases in recent years. Then it must be a serial case from a long time ago. The killer has been dormant for years and is striking again. It's very likely that his life went through a major change. Life isn't going well, so he's going to extremes. He doesn't just drink. Alcoholism would be normal for him. I'm not avoiding the alcohol issue. It could even make my reasoning more complete. There are many details I haven't mentioned, like the distance between the school and Chanwan Beach, the surveillance coverage on the roads near the beach, and how crowded it is around the school when classes are dismissed. I can make judgments on all of those. I didn't say it, because I didn't want to waste time. Whether the killer is a serial offender doesn't need complex arguments. Once the DNA results are out, we'll know for sure. I'll say it again, time is life. It's the lives of potential victims.
Son.
I'm on it.
Wu, take your team and keep checking the surveillance.
Okay.
We keep looking for witnesses. I'll send officers from other districts to your jurisdiction under your unified command.
leave it to me.
Chen.
Here.
Come with me to the chief's office to report.
Yes, sir.
Then, let's adjourn for now. There will be a task force meeting tomorrow. At that time, all departments, we will collectively organize the specific details. Based on surveillance from the school and nearby. Because of the summer break, many parents were picking up their kids within an hour after the crime. A total of 1,375 cars passed by 890 male drivers, 485 female drivers, including non-owner vehicles driven by someone other than the owner. We need to check the footage carefully and compare them one by one. The workload is quite heavy.
Zhao. This case has a very negative social impact. I know the case is extremely complex. I won't set a deadline for you to solve it, but how much longer do you think you'll need?
Well,
1 month.
Mr. Mayor, for a case like this.
Uncle. The killer strikes at random. Before new clues appear, no one can guarantee when it'll be solved, and if no effective clues are ever found. It could even become a cold case.
You little rascal. Wearing headphones and your ears are still so sharp.
Oh.
I didn't turn the sound on. I've been listening.
Reporting in.
Come in.
Captain's son said he couldn't reach you, so he called me.
My phone was on silent for the meeting. What is it? Is the DNA result out?
Yes, Captain's son said it matches the DNA of the killer from the 515 serial cases. The case brief is still being faxed. It'll be here in a moment.
The 515 serial cases.
The 5.15 case.
The Jincheng 515 serial cases.
Oh, right. Captain's son mentioned several counties and cities, including Jincheng.
9, there were 9 before this.
Wu Nan. 9 what?
Before Luo Shanshan was murdered, there were 9 other victims.
9, how is that possible?
Why have I never heard of it, Wu Nan? Don't start again.
Wu Nan, do you know this case well?
I only found out recently, too. Yesterday, I deduced that the killer might have committed a series of crimes, so I looked it up online. Even if major serial cases were a long time ago, but there's always some news. These cases, it's normal that you haven't heard of them because the first one happened 21 years ago. That's 2004. In 04, August 25th, in the wasteland on the outskirts of Jincheng, a mutilated body was found. The victim was named Su Wana. In 05, August 16th, Zhenlong County, body found. In a trash can in the early morning, a mutilated body was found July 9th, 2005, by a wild river in Shinkun, northern outskirts of Jincheng. While an angler was fishing, a highly decomposed body was found. And nearly 200 well-known enterprises in the city and surrounding areas, covering intelligent manufacturing, information technology, and modern services. As of press time, the cause of the case has not yet been announced. The police have set up a task force, and the case is progressing. Increase the basic pension for urban and rural residents. Expand the reimbursement scope for outpatient chronic diseases under medical insurance. The Municipal Patriotic Health Office announced a citywide Clean Home, Healthy Jincheng autumn sanitation campaign full investigation. Around 7 a.m. today, a vicious murder occurred in the urban-rural fringe of the city near the library renovation, starting from August to April
2004.
2007. In less than 3 years, the killer in surrounding villages and counties and Jincheng committed crimes frantically. 9 cases. In 6 of them, the killer's DNA samples were collected. The other 3 were linked through other clues, cross-referencing and deduced to be the work of the same killer.
A major serial case, 9 cases.
In 2005, May 15th, the Royal Police Headquarters merged the 9 cases and formed a new task force for supervision. Because the case was extremely complex, the killer remains at large. Details of the case could not be made public, following the principle of investigative confidentiality. This serial case was not named after the time of any specific incident, but after the date the new task force was formed, namely the 5.15 Jincheng major serial mutilation and murder case. To solve this case, Jincheng police at the time and the 5.15 task force screened nearly 10,000 suspects, compared fingerprints of over 30,000 sets but found nothing. And the Royal Police Headquarters in 2008 even offered a public reward $1 million to gather clues. To this day, this reward is still valid.
You're talking about the bloody clothes case.
The blood demon case.
Both are correct. You two were criminal investigators back then. You must have heard of it. In 2005, when Liu Yuan's body was found, it was wrapped in a men's jacket with a broken zipper, because it was stained blood red. It even made the local newspapers. So it was known to the public as the bloody clothes case. The name Blood Demon Case came from the internet yesterday morning. I also found online that even now there's still a group of mystery enthusiasts discussing this case in online communities. Since the new century, with the spread of public surveillance and the development of forensic technology, this kind of vicious serial case has rarely occurred since this case remains unsolved. It is also known as the Bloody Clothes Case, one of the top 10 cold cases of the new century.
A cold case of the century. The killer has struck again.
Report Captain Fax.
Captain, I couldn't get through to your phone.
What's wrong?
Yinhu Police Station reported a girl went missing in Yinhu Park.
What? When did she go missing?
2 hours ago, Yanhu Police Station received the report. They went to look for her immediately, but they couldn't find her, so they reported it to us.
2 hours ago. Although I can't be certain whether it's trafficking, kidnapping, or the work of the serial killer. But even if it's the latter, based on his MO, she shouldn't have been harmed yet. There's still a chance.
All right. The meeting is adjourned for now, Zhao Chenglong. Take your team and get on it now. Make sure you find this girl.
Yes, sir. Xiaoli, Xiaohan, Xiaochen, follow me.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Uncle Zhao, I'm coming too.
No, stay here.
Then send me the surveillance footage. I'll use Uncle Sun's computer.
Let's go.
Officer, I just went to a stall to buy something. In just a split second, she was feeding pigeons right there. By the time I got back, she was gone.
Don't worry, don't worry.
We'll do our best to find her.
Officer, please help me find my granddaughter.
Captain Zhao, here's the missing girl's info. And her photo, I'll send it to your phone.
Okay. Attention, all units right now, based on the info that will be sent to your phone shortly, go find her.
Okay.
Please take a rest first, huh?
Hello, sir. Have you seen this girl? No. Okay, thanks.
Hello, have you seen this girl? No.
Have you seen this girl?
No, I haven't.
Have you seen this girl? No.
Never seen her? No? No, I haven't.
Director Ma, how's it going?
They've been searching for over 2 hours already, given the time. I'm afraid.
Hello, Xiaoli.
Captain, I just left the transport department. I have all the surveillance footage around the park.
Good, review it with your team immediately. All right, send a copy to Xiaonan too. He's in Mr. Sun's office.
Got it.
Captain Zhao, in this case, it's hard to find clues through surveillance. We must act now while it's still fresh. The park is full of people, their memories haven't faded yet. We might find a witness. This park has a total of 3 entrances and exits, besides the main south gate. There's the parking lot, entrance in the northeast corner, and a small gate on the southwest side. All 3 entrances have surveillance cameras. Also, around the perimeter, there are traffic cameras at the intersections inside besides the parking lot. There are over 20 cameras scattered around. That's quite a lot of cameras, but the park is too big and it's an open park. Plus, there are no fences around it. Instead, it's shielded by trees and hedges. If you want to enter or leave the park, you don't necessarily have to use the gates. Before you arrived, Captain Zhao, I've already scouted the area with my team. We found 7 paths in total, and the grass has been flattened. I specifically took some photos. Take a look. They were all made by local residents.
Which means if someone took Panjing away, they could have completely avoided the cameras when leaving the park.
Yes, and quite easily.
Have you checked the park surveillance?
I have found nothing. Captain Zhao, you know what Xiao Love is capable of if even he couldn't find anything in the footage.
But following standard procedure, the main headquarters will review all the footage again.
Of course. By the way, Captain Zhao, I'm not sure if I should ask this.
Go ahead.
This case, do you think it's related to the case at Tianwan Beach 2 days ago?
Hard to say. It's possible it could be a kidnapping and trafficking case, or it could be the same perpetrator, especially since the suspect chose to strike here and left no clues on camera. It shows he's very familiar with the surveillance timing here. In that Tianwan Beach case, when the victim disappeared, the killer avoided all surveillance as well. Oh, right, Xiao Wu, send a copy of the park's internal footage. To your brother, too, whether it's useful or not. Just give him something to do. Otherwise, he'll start pestering us to go to the front line again.
Okay.
Found you.
Path light.
Man A50. That's right.
Hey, Xiaonan.
Are you guys back?
Still searching the park. Have you eaten yet?
No, I found a clue.
Found a clue.
Yes.
Captain, it was all a misunderstanding. The person the witness saw wasn't Panjing. They just looked similar. The color of the top was the same.
She was with her mother at the time. Confirmed they've already gone home.
Then keep searching. This park is so big and there are so many people. Keep questioning them. I refuse to believe there isn't a single trace.
Yes, sir.
Captain Zhao. Nan says he found a clue he wants us to get back quickly. He couldn't explain it clearly over the phone.
A clue? Where did he get a clue from?
He says it's in the surveillance footage.
Surveillance?
He said.
What did he say?
He said we should wrap up immediately. We'll catch the person tonight.
Surveillance. The park's surveillance. We already checked the monitor room. No footage of Panjing's disappearance was captured, including the parking lot. The cameras didn't catch Panjing or any other suspicious signs.
Hey, Xiao Chen, how's the surveillance check on your end?
Captain, nothing found yet.
Okay, I got it. Xiao Wu, come back with me.
Captain Zhao, are you really leaving?
Yeah, why?
Wu Nan is Xiao Wu's brother.
Yes.
Xiao Wu is currently our Bincheng Star Officer. Outsiders might not know about your brother, but within our department, most of us have heard something. Heard he's still just a child.
That's right.
Captain Zhao, can we speak in private?
Sure.
Captain Zhao, about the Shallow Bay beach case. The body was just discovered, and from what I know, the victim had been missing for a month. Now we have another disappearance here. Moreover, from the preliminary investigation, the suspect's method is extremely stealthy. It's very likely the same person as in the Shallow Bay beach case.
I know that so.
What I mean is our station's manpower is limited. If you call off the search now and pin all the hope of solving this on a child who claims to have a lead, isn't that a bit too reckless? And if we don't keep investigating after tonight, even if there were witnesses, their memories might become fuzzy. They won't be able to describe the suspect's face. Time is of the essence.
Chief Ma, I didn't say we're calling off the search officer Wu, and I will just head back first.
Then, now that you're leaving, I can't really command the team you brought. This will delay the investigation.
Don't worry. This case, the Criminal Investigation Division has taken over. Whether we solve it or not, it's our responsibility. Your station is just assisting with the case.
Captain Zhao, that's not what I meant. It's not a matter of whose responsibility it is. I have children too. My youngest daughter is about the same age as Panjing. Well, let me be blunt. He's just a kid. Yeah, I heard he has some talent, but with just one phone call he can get you the captain of the CID to come over and even tell everyone to call it a day. This situation, I just don't understand it.
Wu? You notify Li to continue the investigation.
Okay.
Chief Ma, you come back with me.
Okay.
Fine.
Zhao, why are you back?
Hello, Commissioner.
Found the missing person.
Not the one from the park yet.
Then why are you back so soon? There's a lead.
There were 2 witnesses, but it was a misunderstanding. They didn't see the missing person. But Xiao Nan has a lead. He checked the surveillance. He said we'll make an arrest tonight.
So where is he now?
Sun Meng's office.
Let's go. What are you standing there for?
Lan, when the time comes, you'll...
Xiao Nan. With just one phone call, you've got us all rushing back and told us to pull back immediately. If you don't catch anyone tonight, I'm going to have to punish you.
At my age, what can you even punish me with?
Punish you. With 10 sets of summer homework.
Fine, I accept. But if I catch them tonight, can I skip the summer homework? It's so simple and boring.
That's not up to me. You'll have to ask your teachers.
Then I want to go to the arrest scene.
No way.
Xiaonan, did you buy that new computer yet? You haven't, right? If you catch someone tonight, I'll pay for it myself.
Hey, I don't solve cases for the money.
All right, let's talk about the case. What are you doing?
Editing. Pulling footage is such a hassle, so many people. Let's go to the conference room. Time is tight, I'll keep it brief. Around noon today, at 9:49:30 a.m., the Yenhu Park parking lot entrance surveillance captured this. This silver gray van entered a few seconds later. It parked in Zone C parking spot number 17. There were 3 people in the vehicle. They are a young man in black sunglasses, a middle-aged woman in a white jacket, and a middle-aged man in a yellow jacket. After they got out, they were talking about something, chatting as they walked at 9:53 a.m. They appeared in the park. Under the camera near the parking lot flower bed, the three of them sat on a bench and chatted for a bit. Then they headed south together. Moving out of camera range, they soon appeared on the north side of the park on the camera outside the public restrooms just passing through. Afterward, they appeared on the north shore of Yanhu Lake on the surveillance there.
Can I interrupt for a second?
Oh, this is Lu Tai from our station. He is our station's star officer. The bar murder case last year, he was the lead investigator, caught the killer in 24 hours. I have high hopes for him. He'll be Bin Cheng's youngest deputy chief one day, director. You should remember him last year. You even personally commended him.
This session is meant to be a case analysis meeting, so feel free to raise any questions.
I have just one question. Why target these three people?
Because they are the ones who took the victim.
Little boy. You shouldn't talk nonsense. The park surveillance, I checked it immediately, and I saw more than you did. People like these three are everywhere. On what basis are you singling them out?
I'll start by correcting 2 of your mistakes. Let me correct 2 of your mistakes first. First one, I didn't think from the start that they were suspects. I look at everything with suspicion when watching the surveillance. Yanhu Park has a lot of foot traffic to begin with, so there are many suspicious people. For example, I was going to mention this at the end, but it doesn't matter if I say it now. If you connect their actions across all the surveillance footage, they are definitely thieves, and they clearly know each other. Shouldn't be hard to catch, right?
It's not. But
I don't have time right now, or the patience to explain this to you. Why, I'm certain they committed theft that day. Some of them must be repeat offenders. If they've been caught before, just go catch them. Go ask them yourself, or check for yourselves. What we need to discuss now is the missing person case. Second, you just claimed that you've watched more footage than me. You're wrong. You definitely haven't watched as much as I have. Of course, you don't have to believe me. You can ask questions, but I'm not reporting to you. Back to the case. Regarding what Officer Liu just mentioned about why I targeted them, it's the result of a screening process. It involves a lot of irrelevant side reasoning regarding bystanders, including the process of elimination. I won't go into the details. Let's just focus on them. All that matters is that it's them. Around 10:20 a.m., they appeared near the park's playground. Multiple cameras captured all of them while they stopped to chat. At 10:47, they left the playground. For a long time after that, they didn't show up anywhere. At 11:07, the camera at the northwest corner of Pigeon Square caught them. This is where they split up. The young man left first, heading west and out of view. Then the woman in white and the man in yellow walked into the square together. Look at this frame. When they left, they both peeked at the camera. Now look here. At 11:35, the young man in black sunglasses appeared by the basketball court watching people play. He kept watching until 12:09 when he took a call. After that, he walked out of the camera's range. Considering his walking speed and the distance, these surveillance clips all prove that this young man headed straight back to the parking lot after the call and then drove out of the park. Zhao sis, do you still think they aren't suspicious?
Based on what you just said, these three people arrived at the park after 9 a.m. until after 12 p.m. The young man drove off alone, but throughout the morning. They were just wandering around the park with no clear purpose, and they were keeping an eye on the cameras. If we analyze the case from a suspicious standpoint, they might just be thieves.
Besides, 2 middle-aged people with a young man in his 20s driving here with out-of-town license plates, it looks like they're just tourists, parents and a son together. Our Binching is a major tourist city after all. If it's their first time at Silver Lake Park, walking around and looking and finding it wasn't that interesting, saying they're tourists seems quite reasonable, doesn't it?
Right. At this stage of reasoning, there are many possibilities.
And even though the report time...
You can't, just because the time the young man answered the phone is close to the time Pan Jing went missing, jump to the conclusion that he's involved. The family reported the disappearance at 12:15 p.m. today, according to her description at that time. Her granddaughter Pan Jing was feeding pigeons. She went to a roadside stall nearby to buy snacks and water. She even bought corn for the pigeons. According to the surveillance near the stall, she arrived at the stall at 12:06 p.m. and left at 12:10 p.m. After walking back, she found her granddaughter was gone. She searched for a few minutes before reporting it. Pan Jing went missing. Within those 4 minutes, and the young man at the basketball court received a call at 12:09 p.m.
A coincidence?
It's not even a coincidence because it was noon lunchtime in Silver Lake Park. Although there are some stalls, they only sell snacks. If you want a real lunch, you have to go outside. At the time Pan Jing went missing, too many people were calling or leaving. If wandering the park all morning, And leaving after a call at noon is the criteria to look for clues. Then for that kind of clue, I could find hundreds or even more. Plus, the parking lot entrance, including inside the parking lot, the surveillance has no blind spots. When the young man left, Panjing couldn't have been in the car. There's no way to get her into the car.
You've actually helped me explain part of what I wanted to say. Are you finished?
All your reasoning so far. Oh wait, it's not even reasoning, it lacks any logic. Just because they acted a bit suspicious between them and Panjing's disappearance, there is still no direct connection.
You're done. You can sit down. I'll continue.
Kid, you're wasting everyone's time.
Officer Liu. At 11:00 a.m., the suspects appeared on the Pigeon Square surveillance. They and the missing person appeared on the same camera. How can you say there's no connection between them?
Silver Lake Park only has 2 squares. One is Pigeon Square in the northwest. The other is Silver Lake Square in the southeast. For someone visiting Silver Lake Park for the first time, if they take a taxi and enter through the main gate, they will definitely pass Silver Lake Square. But if they drive and come out from the parking lot, they usually pass Pigeon Square. There's also an artificial lake nearby. The captive black swans often draw a crowd throughout the entire morning, the number of people appearing in the same frame, as the missing person is not in the thousands, but at least in the hundreds. Is this how you look for direct evidence?
Then what about that young man? Why did he drive away alone, leaving that middle-aged couple behind? How do you explain that?
There are too many possibilities. Their relationship could be parents and child. Maybe the parents live in their hometown and the child works elsewhere, coming back for a visit, taking their parents for a walk in the park, then leaving at noon for something urgent, or perhaps he didn't want to eat with his parents, and went out with friends instead. There are countless possibilities. Furthermore, they might not even be relatives. They could just be acquaintances getting a ride, or he hadn't been here in a long time and wanted to look around. Besides, there are many out-of-town plates in Bincheng now.
You just said it yourself. There are countless possibilities. Then isn't what my brother said also a possibility?
That's completely illogical. Do you solve cases by guessing Officer Wu Shenyan?
Officer Liu.
Sis, leave him to me. Don't you worry about it. I'll continue. I know you're not convinced a star officer so young with a bright future. You're very proud, aren't you?
I'm certainly not as young as you.
Especially since you watched the park surveillance first, claiming to have seen a lot, but you didn't notice the obvious problem. Well, I'm just a kid and I say I saw it. And my initial deduction didn't seem that impressive, so you're not convinced, right?
I don't want to get worked up over a child. This is a case.
Time is life, I like that saying, so I'm going to give you a chance, and for your own sake, don't interrupt me again. I'll ask you a question. If you can answer it, I'll leave right now to do my 10 summer homework books and you can take over. But if you can't answer it, please just shut up, okay?
Ask away.
The question is simple. After the young man drove away, did he ever come back? If he did, at what time and on which camera did he appear? Also, after the young man left, that middle-aged couple, at what time and where did they appear on camera? Did they ever leave the park? And how did they leave? Come on. Answer me. I can tell you're someone who focuses on concrete evidence and values logic. You don't make wild guesses, so what time? What location? Who appeared on which surveillance camera? Can't you remember? Is your memory fuzzy? Or is it not in your memory? Not sure.
I don't remember.
Then shut up. Stop interrupting me so easily.
You remember.
Of course.
Even if you remember, I watched the footage at 12:30 p.m. From then until now, it's already been several hours. You just watched it this afternoon. And you arbitrarily singled out these 3 people directly as suspects. You even went as far as to clip their footage. Of course you'd remember. That's no special skill.
Then do you think is there a possibility?
What?
They weren't there.
What do you mean, not there?
When people watch surveillance footage, especially multiple screens at once, while looking for suspicious clues, they tend to focus on those acting suspiciously, those appearing multiple times, or those repeatedly appearing. Near the victim, they leave a deep impression. Once a suspicious person appears too many times, they seem even more suspicious and get more attention.
This is a load of nonsense.
Conversely, when watching footage for a long time, facing a large number of suspicious people, if one suspicious target appears less frequently, or even stops appearing, then the suspicion towards them decreases. To the point where the impression fades and their existence is overlooked, especially after Panjing went missing, those other suspicious people in the park were still active, mostly thieves. Considering people can't just vanish into thin air and the park is huge, it's hard to take someone out quietly. Therefore, those who remain suspicious during subsequent observation would draw the observers most of the attention.
You mean...
First of all, it's certain. Although you have some observation skills and a decent memory, you're not as meticulous as I am when watching surveillance. Secondly, you said you don't remember. That's because you're a very logical person. You're very thorough. You really can't recall it. You weren't just acting out of spite and making wild guesses. I appreciate that about you, so I can tell you, it's not that you don't remember, but that you overlooked it because they vanished.
They vanished?
Starting from 12:09 p.m. today, when the young man answered the phone and immediately drove out of the park, counting from that moment, I'm 100% sure that all the surveillance cameras in the park never captured those 3 people again. The cameras didn't capture the young man driving back, nor did they capture the woman in white leaving the park. After Pan Jing went missing, the young man left and didn't return. They also seemed to vanish into thin air, disappearing within the park. Is that normal? Do you still think they're not suspects?
You're right, they...
Of course. You can't be blamed for this. You're not me, after all. Yinhu Park has thousands of visitors every day, thousands of figures appearing repeatedly across dozens of cameras. The difficulty of such a search, and those 3 people's behavior all morning wasn't conspicuous. If you don't look at them specifically, they're just ordinary tourists. You wouldn't have noticed them from the start, so naturally, you wouldn't know that they vanished afterwards.
No.
Something's not right.
Not enough. This isn't enough. There are still too many possibilities. If the reasoning only goes this far, it's not enough to prove that they are the kidnappers. There are other possibilities, and you say we'll definitely catch someone tonight. You're just talking big and taking a gamble. You're bluffing. You're taking a gamble.
We can track the owner through the license plate. We can definitely make an arrest tonight, since there are suspicious points. We definitely need to question them. This is part of the investigation, but we might catch the wrong person.
First of all, the biggest suspicion regarding their movements is the subsequent whereabouts of the middle-aged couple. According to the surveillance footage, after they entered the park, they kept stopping and starting. They seemed very observant if they were tourists visiting this park for the first time. Then, the couple's subsequent disappearance makes no sense at all. They aren't familiar with the park. Throughout the morning, they were constantly caught on camera. Afterwards, how could they just happen to avoid all surveillance and leave the park even if they stayed to keep sightseeing? They should still frequently appear on other cameras. How could they just vanish? Conversely, if they were already familiar with the park, knew where the cameras were, and the side paths in the park, then their behavior all morning becomes even more suspicious. What were they looking for? Of course, there are indeed many other possibilities. For example, the couple might be locals who know the park well, while the young man is an outsider. They were stopping and starting. We don't know what was said. But actually, they were showing the young man around. But the young man wasn't very interested. He watched some basketball for a bit, then left for an appointment. And since the couple are locals, they could have left via a side path. They could also be a gang of thieves. Or maybe they are just a very ordinary family of 3. Since they know it so well, there's not much to look at. Just taking a casual stroll, talking about things unrelated to the park. It just looks a bit strange.
So you're gambling that they are... This is what you found.
Of course I'm not gambling.
But they've already left. What else do you have to say?
Because of you, I've wasted a lot of time. I have to go to the traffic department later. Let me get straight to the point. This is an aerial view of Yinhu Park. The main gate is to the south. There's a small gate on the southwest side. The parking lot entrance is at the northeast corner. Today at 12:51 p.m., the young man drove out of the park. The young man drove out of the park and entered Beitang Avenue, 12:15:23, at the intersection of Beitang Avenue and Donghu Road, waiting at a red light. 12:16:07, turned right onto Donghu Road, 12:17:04. Passing through Donghu Road at the intersection with Yinhu Avenue, didn't hit a red light, turned onto Yinhu Avenue, 12:18:15. Passing through Yinhu Avenue at the intersection with Sealan Road, waiting at a red light, 12:18:29, turned onto Sealan Road, 12:20:57, passing through Sealan Road. At the intersection with Beitang Avenue, didn't hit a red light, went straight, heading all the way north. This is the young man's general route after driving out of the park. That's about it. Does anyone notice anything?
After the suspect left the park, why did he go around it for most of the way? Why didn't he, at the intersection, turn left or make a U-turn or just go straight or right?
Lane restrictions he couldn't, because Beitang Avenue and the Donghu Road intersection are very close to the park entrance, extremely close. The park has many daily visitors, so it's often congested. During the midday peak, traffic officers are there to direct traffic, prohibiting left turns and U-turns. And further north on Jilin Road is the Binshui interchange. To use the overpass, you have to loop around like this. There's nothing wrong with the route itself.
So,
I don't see it, just tell me.
it's not about the route, it's about the timing.
Timing.
Beitang Avenue was indeed congested. So from leaving the park station to the first intersection, it's only a few dozen meters, but it took a full 30 seconds to crawl, after turning right onto Donghu Road. Traffic got a bit better, but it was still crowded. So he was driving slowly until reaching Donghu Road and the Yinhu Avenue intersection. It took 57 seconds total, turning right, heading west along Yinhu Avenue. To the Sealand Road intersection took another 1 minute and 11 seconds. Based on the surveillance, Yinhu Avenue had great traffic then, so he drove very fast there. After the red light, the suspect vehicle turned right onto Sealand Road. It took 2 minutes and 28 seconds to cross Sealand Road and the Beitang Avenue intersection heading north.
300 meters Jilin Road and Donghu Road. Both sides of the park are the same length, just 300 meters.
Exactly, the same distance, and both were affected by the congestion on Beitang Avenue. In fact, Donghu Road was more affected, but the suspect vehicle drove through Donghu Road in only 57 seconds. While passing through Sealand Road to the intersection, took nearly 2.5 minutes. Considering the conditions on Donghu Road, with the park on the right, there were no stops for cigarettes or anything, and since the vehicle drove normally afterwards, I think the most likely scenario is...
He stopped the car.
Right. That seems to be the most reasonable explanation for now. Of course, to be thorough, there could be many reasons for stopping, like a minor scrape, checking the car, and leaving once they were done. Or maybe they were being safe, and pulled over to take a call or something. Picking someone up is just one of the possibilities, but they also have a flaw right here in these surveillance screenshots. You might not notice it normally, but when I put them together, you should be able to see it.
The fourth photo.
There's something white under the windshield.
What is that?
Traffic surveillance. The storage capacity is huge to begin with. The resolution is limited. If you zoom in, it's hard to see what it is.
It's clothes.
Clothes.
Bunched up clothes. The clothes that middle-aged woman was wearing, it's made of a polyester material, sun protection clothing. It's very light and thin. It's very small when bunched up. It's the middle-aged woman's, the one she wore when entering the park. While she was wandering around, she took the clothes off and draped them over her arm. Then she put them back on later, and about 10 odd minutes before the young man received the call. This middle-aged woman last appeared on surveillance. She was still wearing these clothes. The young man returned to the parking lot, passing through several places along the way. He didn't have the clothes in his hand. That is to say, there's no way the young man, on the way back to the parking lot, in some surveillance blind spot, took the clothes from the middle-aged woman to help her carry them. Looking at it all, there's only one possibility left. He stopped at Zealand Road and met with the middle-aged woman. Now look at these pictures for comparison. Due to the lighting, some frames are relatively clear, and in the clear frames, the van has a black interior. But in the screenshot of the last intersection, because of the glare on the windshield, the passenger seat is unclear, but look closely, you can see a hint of brown. Underneath, that middle-aged woman was wearing brown clothes.
She's in the car.
All this proves the middle-aged woman didn't just meet with the young man. She also got in the car, and I believe that middle-aged man should also be in the car, just in the back where the camera can't see him. There are more deductive details. For example, why the middle-aged woman is in the front. The white sun protection clothing would be tossed on the dashboard. I could go on, but simply put, based on the deduction so far, I'm at least 60% sure the missing Pan Jing is also in the car, being watched by the middle-aged man in the back, and she's semi-conscious.
Let's make the arrest, Captain Zhao, director. With so many suspicious points, there's no such thing as that many coincidences. It's likely them.
Shonan, I'm not trying to pick on you, but based on your current findings, actually...
Uncle Zhao, just say what's on your mind.
It doesn't really seem like you.
Huh, how so? What's wrong with the reasoning?
The reasoning is fine. Your observation and information processing skills are incredible. That's your style. But you've always been very rigorous. For example, in the 713 case, even when you had narrowed the suspects down to a very small group, even to just 2 people, you still raised the issue of water consumption after confirming that we finally made the arrest. And the 1213 case, even though on your first day at the station, you had already identified the suspect, you still had Sun Meng lead a team for 3 days of follow-up investigation, eliminating all other possibilities and coincidences. But today's inference, although it sounds plausible, it's just pure theory. Not only is there no direct evidence, there isn't even supporting evidence. And you said earlier we could make an arrest tonight. Since you're so confident, but all you gave was pure theory, does that sound like you?
Reasoning just needs to be enough. I've watched it over and over. All the surveillance footage, unless the real kidnapper never appeared on camera at all. Otherwise, it must be them. I've ruled out everyone else. Since Pan Jing, before she disappeared, was on camera. Most of the time, if the kidnapper wanted to notice her, follow her, and wait for a chance to strike, it's impossible they never appeared. In any surveillance footage, therefore, that unless doesn't hold up, it's them.
Wu Nan, with my 20 years of experience as a detective and having handled hundreds of cases, in reality, there are quite a few coincidences in this world. Take your inference, for example. I could also find a reasonable explanation for why they aren't the kidnappers. For instance, these 3 people were just out for a stroll with different interests, hanging out in different spots. At noon, the middle-aged man accidentally found a small path out of the park. He called the young man from the street. The young man got the car, drove around and came back, picked them both up and left. That makes sense, right?
One suspicious point is a coincidence, but a series of suspicious points pointing to the same target makes the probability of a coincidence very low. 2 key points, the time of disappearance and the suspect's escape time. At first, they were frequently exposed to surveillance, and in the end, they perfectly avoided all surveillance. Captain Zhao, I think you're right, but the possibility is extremely low.
A low possibility is still a possibility. We can't underestimate Wu Nan's rigor. Otherwise, in the 1213 case, he wouldn't have taken 3 days to solve it.
Uncle Zhao, in this case, first, there's no footage of Pan Jing's disappearance. Second, there are no eyewitnesses. She vanished into thin air. That I could figure this much out in one afternoon is already quite an achievement. Do you think I'm a god? In a case like this, you can only make bold assumptions and then arrest them to find proof.
But I've known you for a long time. You sound too certain. Tell me, what else are you hiding?
Come clean.
Okay, I'll tell you.
You have more clues. What else is in the footage?
Let's do this. I'll quickly go over the kidnapping process and analyze the details. At 9:50 a.m. today, internal surveillance in the parking lot captured 3 people getting out of a car, 2 men from the front seats, and a middle-aged woman from the back. In terms of behavioral habits when traveling in a group, unless they are a couple or married, women generally prefer the back seat. It's a matter of habit and personal space. Carrying bags and belongings. And the fact that in the back they might not wear seat belts. Of course, they could have just sat anywhere after leaving the parking lot. The 3 of them wandered around looking for a target. They went outside the public toilets and near the playground. Both places are likely to find a suitable target. In the former case, people are separated by gender to use the restroom, leaving some waiting outside. In the latter case, children are running around playing while parents sit on benches and chat. At 11:07 a.m. At Pigeon Square, central surveillance captured the 3 of them lingering. I don't know what was said, but the young man then left, while the middle-aged woman walked toward a blind spot. I believe they must have found their target, but it might not have been the victim yet. Based on the same time frame, central surveillance at Pigeon Square shows there were several suitable targets. Besides, Pan Jing chasing and feeding pigeons causes children to separate from parents and potentially leave the surveillance range, while some parents gather in groups to chat, neglecting their children. Around 11:40 a.m., streetlight surveillance captured Pan Jing sitting on a bench, finishing her ice cream. Then she insisted on feeding the pigeons. Li Shufeng took her to a roadside stall and bought corn kernels. At 11:45 a.m., she was feeding pigeons. Around 12:06 p.m., at Pigeon Square Central, surveillance captured, she only had a small bag of corn left. She spilled them all over the ground while opening the bag and almost cried. Her grandmother felt bad for her and went to buy more corn, as well as water and food. After Li Shufeng walked away, Pan Jing picked up the half bag of corn from the ground and chased the pigeons to feed them. Some pigeons flew quite far away, but she wanted to feed them all, so she chased individual pigeons and ran out of surveillance range. This actually scared the pigeons away, but she still wanted to feed them. She kept chasing until she was out of sight. The middle-aged man and woman took the opportunity to take her away. They likely drugged her. Otherwise, you searched all afternoon. How could there be no witnesses who saw Pan Jing struggling? The middle-aged woman took off her coat to wrap it around Pan Jing. Considering Pan Jing's age and size, she should weigh about 30 kilograms. It's hard for a woman to carry her for long, so the middle-aged man must have carried her. Wrapped in the white coat, this made the clothes different from the ones in the search description, making it hard to find witnesses. It was inconvenient for the man to carry the child, so the woman must have notified the young man that they succeeded. Then the two of them took the victim, avoided all surveillance, and left the park via a side path. Around 12:20 p.m., the young man drove over to pick them up. The middle-aged man put Pan Jing in the car, and then got in himself, so the woman took the passenger seat. That is why their seating arrangement changed. After the man settled Pan Jing, he gave the white coat back to the woman in the front. Since she was already in the car, it was awkward to put it back on, so she tossed it on the dashboard, which is why it was captured on camera. This is how I believe the three of them kidnapped the victim. In short, considering they were clearly familiar with the park, yet only stayed near the toilets, Pigeon Square, and the playground, and other similar spots. Considering the time of disappearance, the departure time, and the fact that people don't just vanish, among other things, my 60% certainty is just a conservative estimate, Uncle Zhao. Is this still not enough to convince you?
What's the bottom line, the ace up your sleeve? Is it corroboration or direct evidence?
Well, it's not exactly direct evidence, but it can't be such a coincidence. There are no such coincidences in this world.
Then what is it?
A cloned car, the license plate is fake. Everything was planned and premeditated, prepared in advance, with clear division of labor. This is likely a professional trafficking ring, and it's not their first time. We are dealing with a major trafficking case.
Good.
Good job, kid. I knew you could do it. Chief, we can move out now, but we need to go to the traffic department to pinpoint where the suspect vehicle was last seen.
Move out.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Uncle Zhao, wait for me.
My brilliant genius of a little brother. Can you tell your sister, how did you know the suspect's vehicle had cloned plates? Do you have connections at the traffic department?
Well, you see.
Shonan, recently I've been reviewing some old cases. I suddenly realized, did you check Wang Shengli's house's water usage in advance?
As expected of Uncle Zhao.
How did you check it?
Online. Of course, I hacked into the water supply system to verify the information.
Shonan.
Well, I have my own ways.
Wu Nan, how many times have I told you? How can you still do this? You even dared to hack the traffic department's system. Couldn't you just call me? Is it because I can't check it for you or Uncle Zhao can't check for you?
Oh, hacking is just a piece of cake. Calling is such a hassle.
A piece of cake, huh? Are you planning to be a hacker when you grow up? I won't be able to protect you, and neither will Uncle Zhao.
Uncle Zhao, look at her.
All right, Xiao Wu, it was all for the case. Xiaonan did it to solve the case. Special circumstances call for special measures. We're in a hurry, let's go. Xiaonan, your sister's doing this for your own good.
I know she's afraid that I'll turn to a life of crime in the future. Don't worry, as long as she's around, I definitely won't.
Besides, your sister is right. You can call me, I'll help you check.
But that would be hard to explain. Take today, for example. If I told you to directly identify them as suspects and check their license plate without any solid reasoning, would you even believe me?
Tell you what, in the future, just tell me, I'll believe you first. Fine then.
You said it.
This kid has some skills, but he's not exactly a genius. If I had the traffic surveillance and combined it with the parks, I should have been able to tell too, especially when the suspect vehicle was on Sealand Road. The flaw was too obvious. It matched the time of disappearance perfectly, using that as a starting point to work backwards and identify the suspects, observe carefully, catch the details, and reach a conclusion. He said he watched the footage repeatedly. That's probably how he deduced it.
Yes, that must be it. Xiao Liu, he's still just a child, and hasn't formally studied criminal investigation. Of course he can't compare to you. How many cases has he even solved in the last 2 years? The high solve rate at Yinu Station is all thanks to you.
Little brother, with all these monitors, can you even keep up? Why don't you step aside? Let me handle this. You're still young. Don't strain your eyes too much, even with those glasses on.
Mind your own business.
Fine. Then let's bet on something.
Bet on what?
Let's bet on which of us will be the first to find the suspect vehicle in the footage at its last known location if I find it first. Give me your sister's phone number.
My sister is a real fighter. Aren't you afraid she'll beat you to death?
Are you in or not?
I would never use my sister's private information to make a bet with anyone, but since I won't lose, it doesn't really matter.
You're young, but you talk big.
What if I win?
Up to you.
I won't make it hard for you. Just call me bro. From now on, you can only call me bro. Calling you little brother feels weird.
Sure you won't win anyway.
Captain Zhao, we're ready.
Good. Nan, you can start.
Roger that. Start. 2x speed.
4x speed.
8x speed.
16x speed.
30x speed.
Who is this kid? Why is he watching with us?
I think his name is Wu Nan.
Captain Zhao, it's impossible for the human eye to keep up with this fast-forward speed. This is ridiculous.
Impossible. He can still see clearly. Guangping Road, he can still see clearly. This is impossible. No one can keep up with this, Wu Nan. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Speed is my limit. You intentionally bumped it up to 32x speed. Just so I can't see clearly. You couldn't possibly see clearly either. But you're afraid I'll win, so you're using these tricks. You want both of us, but you want both of us to fail to find where the person is, right? This behavior of yours is delaying the investigation. Do you know that time is life? By wasting time like this, you're putting lives at risk. Do you understand? What's wrong, speechless now? Were you exposed? Wu Nan.
That's quite an accusation. Can you shut up? Can't you tell? Just wait for the result nearby.
Captain Zhao, aren't you going to do something?
Captain Zhao, letting him hog the big screen and continue pretending to watch is completely pointless. It's wasting everyone's time. Oh well, it's a pity the traffic guardian system hasn't been popularized in our country yet. Only the capital and Bayal and a few key cities have it. Otherwise, the footage would be clearer, and we could lock on in real time with license plate tracking. No need for manual screening. Look, Captain Zhao, I think we should bring more people in. Rewind the surveillance footage to when the suspect vehicle left the park. Let's have more people re-examine it. No matter how he takes detours, the city surveillance density is high enough. If we don't see it once, we'll watch twice. Even if it takes several hours tonight, we'll definitely be able to lock on to the suspect vehicle, the location where it last disappeared, and confirm the general area.
Can you even see clearly at the speed?
Yeah.
As for this kid, his earlier contributions are worth acknowledging. Come over here, he hasn't wasted too much time anyway. Just let him go back. We can't let him keep messing around like this.
I'll give you the answer in 3 minutes.
Fine 3 minutes?
Hey, this isn't right. The time on this footage, it's almost 3 p.m. The suspect vehicle left the park just after 12 p.m. Even if they were driving in circles, they wouldn't be driving for 3 hours. That would only expose them. They should have reached their destination long ago. So what are you pretending to look for in the later footage?
64x speed.
Guangping Road.
This is ridiculous.
64x speed. Is that something a human can even see?
Do you think you're some kind of god?
Quiet.
Let's see if you really are a god.
Captain Zhao, if you keep being so headstrong. Even if this kid hasn't wasted much time if word gets out. It won't be good for your reputation.
Ten.
9.
8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Time's up, kid. Are you gonna keep messing around?
You can stop now.
Do you really think you're some kind of god?
Pull up 12:34 p.m. West City Elevated Exit Surveillance. 12:39 p.m. Wanan Road intersection with Hui Kang Road. 12:49 p.m. Belahui Plaza Surveillance. 12:51 p.m. Yuhua Road intersection with Shanghai Avenue. Two 4:13 p.m. Yonghong Road intersection with Fuhui Street. Suspect vehicle turns right. After 30 meters, turns right again, enters Jiang community. From 1200 to 2 p.m. For over 2 hours. For one of those hours, the suspect vehicle was driving in circles and it stopped several times to take dirt roads. But it always reappears, frequently appearing in various surveillance cameras. I believe this is a habitual behavior rather than an intentional planned detour. That is to say, every time they successfully kidnap someone during the evacuation, they do this, and Jiang community is their final hideout.
That doesn't seem right since it was until 2 p.m. Then after that, what were you pretending to look at?
I don't know if you're playing smart or if you're actually stupid. What else could I be looking at? Naturally checking if the suspect vehicle left afterward. Or if they switched vehicles to leave.
But at 64x speed.
The suspect vehicle's final location, I confirmed it at 32x speed. At 64x speed, it skips a minute at a time. Even if the traffic cameras have a long range, it's very likely to completely miss the suspect vehicle's movement. And from the criminal's perspective, if he wanted to move Panjing a second time, it would definitely be a long-distance transfer. There's absolutely no need to change locations if the destination is nearby. Otherwise, he would have gone straight to the second destination in the first place. So, as long as he's moving Panjing over a long distance, he will definitely be frequently exposed on various surveillance cameras. From a probabilistic standpoint, even at 64x speed, it's impossible for me to miss everything by chance. You understand what I'm saying, right?
Nan,
Uncle Zhao.
let's talk about the case.
Based on the information we currently have, given the killer's familiarity with the park and the city's road conditions, and the fact that he didn't take the person directly out of town, I believe the killer must be a local from Bincheng since he chose to use fake out-of-town plates. The possibility that the car is local is even higher. As for the rest, Uncle Zhao, you're the professional, I don't need to say more.
Okay, now I only have one last question.
Ask away.
Based on your judgment, do you think this case is related to the Shallow Bay Beach case in any way?
There are 3 possibilities.
Go on.
First, a pure kidnapping case. The fact that they are veterans is certain. Second, compared to back then, considering today's density of surveillance and population. For a lone killer to act randomly, completely avoiding all surveillance, and the difficulty of avoiding witnesses is extremely high, so Luo Shanshan must have been kidnapped by these 3 people. The killer is the buyer. Third, the middle-aged man among the 3 must be the killer from back then. As for the middle-aged woman and the young man, why they helped him, so-called dysfunctional families, in various cases throughout history, are not unheard of.
Attention all units, Lee.
Here.
Take some men to check vehicle information. There are about 800,000 vehicles in all of Bincheng MPVs. Probably account for a tenth. The suspect's vehicle is a 2015 model Shui MPV. Silver gray, based on the model, year, and color, in the whole city there are only a few hundred. Focus your search on registered addresses in the Jiang community.
Yes, sir.
Wu, go to the Commerce Bureau, get all the information on every single auto repair shop around Jiang community, send people to ask one by one for a 10-year-old car like that. I don't believe there are no maintenance or repair records, and the older the car, the more likely they are to have it serviced at a nearby shop.
Understood.
Wong.
Here.
Take a team and stay here. Keep a close eye on the real-time traffic surveillance of Jiang community. Report to me immediately if the suspect vehicle is spotted.
Yes, sir.
Hey, son, are you off the highway?
I am.
That's perfect. Listen, call, and arrange some backup right away. Get a few cars to Jiang community immediately. Use plain clothes. Head there first. I'll send you the stakeout info later. There's still time. Don't worry. Okay. Hello, Director Zhu? Here's the thing, I need a favor. Help me find someone. Right, they should be living in your jurisdiction. I'll send you the surveillance footage in a moment. See if there are any familiar faces. Great, I'll wait for your news.
Captain Now, why don't we just head over? After all, Jiang community isn't that big. Let's just go in and search.
Because at the very least, this is a major kidnapping case, no matter how small Jiang community is. It has dozens of buildings and over 10,000 people with all sorts of alleys and back streets. Those three are at least habitual traffickers. They'll definitely face the death penalty if caught. If we make a scene, it might put Pan Jing in danger.
Oh, I see. I don't have a background in criminal investigation. I was in internal affairs before. I didn't think that far ahead.
How could he see so clearly? How could he see so fast? He's not human. He's a legendary detective.
Captain, I found it. Same brand, year, and color registered in Jiang community. There are 3 of them. Here is the owner information. They're all middle-aged men.
Captain, there is a repair shop on Yonghong Road. They sent some information saying that last month they repaired a vehicle. It's the same car model as the suspects. Since it had out-of-town plates, he remembers it very well. The person who brought the car in was a masked young man. But the registered vehicle information does not match the suspect's vehicle. The license plate is wrong. I suspect it's a cloned plate, different from the one used this month. The registered phone number I checked it to, it belonged to a deceased elderly person. I suspect it was also obtained through illegal channels, but the repair shop's surveillance only saves for 7 days. We can't get the footage of the car being dropped off or picked up. Also, they used cash for the transaction, no bank card or online transfer information.
Okay. Hello, Director Zhu. Oh. So nobody could tell. Indeed. The surveillance footage is still not clear enough. All right, let's leave it at that then. Sorry to trouble you. Nan.
Are you busy? Uncle Zhao!
These are...
Portraits of the 3 people. Though the park surveillance is blurry, it's comprehensive enough, with various angles and lighting. Some details could still be drawn. I can confirm at least a 70% match.
This is him.
Cao Feiqiang Mao, 49 years old, information on 3 properties, including Jiang Community, number 171-1, Wenshui Lane. It's a 2-story building. At the same address, there is also business registration information. It's a paint shop. That woman in white is his wife, Ma Qiujuan. She's the one in the household registry, but there's no link, that young man.
That's enough. The missing person should be there. Move out.
Yes, sir.
He hasn't called back yet. When are we sending it over?
Not yet. What's the rush?
New arrival.
It's a little beggar.
He just delivered himself right to our door. We're meant to strike it rich.
Uncle Zhao, I'm going too. Sis, they're bound to be extremely vigilant. There are at least 3 of them. Whether there's a 4th or 5th person, no one knows for sure. Which room is Pan Jing in? No one knows if you can't get them to open the door. Are you planning to storm in? Habitual traffickers could face the death penalty if they resist desperately. What if they hurt Pan Jing? Who will ensure Pan Jing's safety? I'll just knock on the door for you. It's not like I haven't done it before. Wasn't Wang Shengli's door the one I got them to open? Please have a heart. Have pity on me.
Oh, how pitiful are you all alone.
My grandma is rummaging through the trash for scraps to sell for money.
There's an adult with him.
3 people are at the door. The lights are off on the 2nd floor. Probably no one is there. SWAT team, take note. Prepare to climb over from next door. Try to sneak into the 2nd floor.
Copy that.
Please, I'm so hungry.
Go away, go beg somewhere else. What's the rush? He's quite pitiful all by himself.
Water, I want some water.
You want some water? Come on in, it's windy outside.
Wait a minute.
What's wrong, Captain Zhou?
Wu Nan, why aren't you following the plan? What are you doing going in? Get out now. They're human traffickers. Get out now. Captain?
Wu, don't worry yet. We have to trust Jiao Nan. He wouldn't do it without a reason.
Stay hidden. Zhao, why did Jiao Nan go inside?
According to the original plan, Xiao Nan was just supposed to knock on the door, and then we, through the pinhole camera, would check the situation inside. Xiao Nan was going to say that his grandma was with him and knew he was knocking. That would keep him safe. According to the plan, entering the house wasn't part of it.
This kid.
All right. Don't you worry. Either trust him, he'll look after his own safety. He probably went in to pinpoint the exact location of the victim. Hello, Director Zhu. Oh, so it's confirmed. Okay, I got it.
What's the matter, Captain? Just say it.
Here's the thing. I contacted the local police station, sent them the sketches. They recognized one of the 3, that young man, according to the system. He's a repeat offender. Served 7 years for assault, just got out last year. He's related to the couple as their nephew. We have to trust Xiaonan completely. I trust him. He can get out on his own.
Auntie, second aunt, Auntie. Why did you let him in? There's an adult outside. We shouldn't touch him.
Yeah, honey. We're not clean ourselves if this kid suddenly goes missing. Even if his grandma is confused, once the police search our place, we'll be in big trouble.
Enough, you two don't know a damn thing. It's just an old woman begging with a kid. Once we find out more, we will have plenty of chances. Hey kid, where are you from?
The village.
Just with your grandma. Where are you two going?
Grandma said to the north there are big cities. And money.
Going to the big city, so you're walking there. Where do you stay at night?
Bridge. Under the bridge.
Maybe we'll have a chance tonight. Little boy, that bridge tunnel you stay in, do you remember where it is? You must be thirsty and hungry. Help yourself.
Thanks. My money.
Little boy, no one's going to steal your money. Don't worry.
In the seams.
Confirm the location of the missing person. Son, hurry up. Nana's in danger. Move fast.
Wait a second. Go back. Zhao, should we go in?
No wonder, Nan. Had to dress up as a little beggar.
My grandma.
This Wu Nan? He's toast.
Her? Did she make a mistake? Yeah, how do you know?
I'm being bad. Usually. My grandma treats me like this too.
Something seems a bit off. Most likely.
This kid is useless. What a shame. He's worthless. Stop asking. Drive him away.
Who says he's worthless? He's got all his limbs. Look at those eyes, so beautiful. Little fool. How old is your grandma? Over 80.
Over 80, that's impossible. The gap is too big.
He must have been abandoned, picked up by this old scavenger woman, raised him this far. We can't let him go. He's not right in the head. But he can talk. That old woman must be a normal person if he describes to her what he saw. The old woman might. Call the police.
So, Auntie, what do you think? How should we handle this kid? Auntie, tell us, how should we deal with this kid?
If that old woman were in her 40s or 50s, it would be really hard to handle. But she's already in her 70s or 80s. Here's the plan. Go over there right now. It's best if you can trick her before making a move. If you can't fool her, knock her out first and then carry her back. Isn't she just at the corner by that big trash can? It's so close, while there aren't many people around. Be quick. No one will see.
But once we get them back, what do we do then?
Take them to the border. The old woman is useless. Find a place to bury her. They don't have any relatives. And won't call the police? Stop wasting time. The two of you go now, this little fool. Leave him to me.
Let's go.
Why is he out? Why is he coming toward us?
Little fool, are you thirsty or hungry? I'll get you a bottle of milk, that one. It's really good for you. Hey. Hey, little fool. What are you doing? Why are you going inside? Open the door. Little kid, Auntie isn't a bad person. Auntie brought you lots of delicious food. Open the door quickly.
Move out! Don't be afraid, you'll be home soon.
Big brother, I'm hungry.
Here, there's food. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, it's okay now. Action.
Open the door. Stop messing around. Auntie was wrong. I shouldn't have called you. A little dummy, you hung 100 waterproof color. Easy coat, you're all back so soon. This kid, you guys.
Freeze, police.
Hands behind your head, get down.
Stay put.
Open the door, Xiao Nan.
Sis, where's Uncle Zhao?
Uncle Zhao will be here shortly. Open the door. Xiao Nan. Open this door, I promise I won't hit you. Be a good boy. Wu Nan.
My dear sister, don't scare the kid.
Wu Nan, you're dead meat.
Uncle Zhao, help Wu Xinyan is going to kill someone.
Confess everything.
Officer, I've told you everything. It was my first time I haven't kidnapped anyone else. Besides, I'm just an accomplice. I won't get much time, right? The mastermind is my second aunt. Why are you only grilling me? I was just released last year. Oh, right. And about that, the Shallow Bay Beach case. It has nothing to do with me, officer. I didn't kidnap her. How she died, I have no idea.
Is it really nothing to do with you? Or nothing to do with all of you?
You still dare to run stop right there.
Sis, why aren't you in the interrogation room with such a big achievement? You should be more involved.
Credit isn't as important as beating you. You really think you're something.
Of course I am.
Still talking back, stop right there.
Hey sis, look, I'm fine. Everything went according to my plan.
According to your plan, my foot, if those two hadn't walked right into the trap, that flimsy door couldn't stop anyone.
I was leading them out on purpose. Otherwise, why would I act like a fool? Why would I say Grandma is 80? Look, their every move was under my control.
Under your control, still being stubborn, huh?
Love ya.
Who taught you that? When did you learn to do that?
Sis, I've been practicing in secret. I used to have quite the skills.
You're too young to have a back in the day. So you've practiced? Right, all right then, your sister happens to have some skills too. Let's see what you've got.
Wait. Sis, you're just bullying me now. You're a national champion. I'm just a kid. How can I compete with you?
I thought you weren't afraid of anything.
Are you busy? Well, I'll leave you two to it then.
Wait. Uncle Sun. Look at her, she's hitting a minor. Aren't you going to stop her, arrest her?
Officer Wu, I have to tell you something. This is a police station.
Captain Sun, he has no sense of danger.
Save the scolding for when you're home.
Yes, sir. Wu Nan. I'll deal with you when we get home.
Oh, sis.
All right, that's enough. Let's get down to business. The three are being interrogated separately. They've confessed to part of the trafficking case, but regarding the Shallow Bay Beach case, they've denied everything and their statements don't quite match up. These are their detailed files, including call logs and bank statements.
Uncle Sun showed them to me. You can see them whenever you want.
Shonan, at this point, do you still think those three are connected to Luo Shanshan? I think there's not much of a connection.
We'll know once we take a look. Ma Ji, male 26 years old from Bincheng. Ma Qujuan, female 50 years old from Bincheng. Cao Feiqiang, male 49 years old from Mexian.
Captain Sun, are these all the files?
That's all for now. The rest will take time to investigate. Come here.
Captain Sun, the medical report is out. Everything is fine. Her family has arrived.
It's the big brother, Grandma. This big brother saved me.
Thank you, little hero. Thank you, little hero.
Grandma, please don't do that.
Thank you, officer. The child was lost under my care. If she hadn't been found, I wouldn't know how to go on. Thank you.
Ma'am, please, don't be like this. It's just our job. Please, stay calm. At your age, you should take care of yourself, Xiaolan. Here's the situation. The medical checkup is done. Everything looks good. She's just a bit shaken up. She'll be fine after a few days of rest. Now you and Xiaolan just need to give a statement. And sign some papers, then you can go home. It'll only take half an hour.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. They've already left. What are you looking at?
They found their daughter. They're so happy.
Of course they are.
But Luo Shanshan will never come back. And the victims of case 5159 lives lost. It's been 20 years. I wonder if their families have moved on yet. Uncle Sun, I want to observe the interrogation. The killer could strike again at any time. The case 515 series must be solved and fast.
Director Ma, what brings you here?
The person went missing in my district. I heard the suspect was caught.
So I came to take a look.
Brother Nan.
Yes.
Xiao LV, what did you just call me? Xiao Liu, what did you just call me?
Are you calling me?
It's just a title. It's just a name.
But it seems you're not very convinced.
I've asked around about you. You seem to have hyperthymesia. When it comes to memory, no one can beat you, but that's all it is. To catch a suspect's flaws during an interrogation requires systematic study. And you're definitely not as good as me.
First, I don't have hyperthymesia. That's just my personal ability. Second, asking around about me, it seems you asked the wrong person.
Oh, right, Captain Sun. Why didn't you join the interrogation?
I was out during the day. Just got back from the provincial capital. I don't know the details, so I won't join.
Commissioner.
How's the interrogation going?
No confession yet. We've done one session. Captain Zhou interrogated her personally. She's being very dishonest. It's obvious. She's deliberately hiding some very important things. Even her whereabouts on June 30th are vague. She's given 3 different versions. If it's really a major trafficking case involving an international trafficking ring, we might need 1 or 2 months to conduct a supplementary investigation.
What are you dawdling for?
Commissioner, today I have already reported the case to the provincial capital and the royal headquarters and contacted Jincheng. Once the materials are ready tomorrow, I'll take Zhao to the provincial capital for a case analysis report. I expect to be back by the afternoon of the day after tomorrow. Until then, the task force will be your responsibility for now. The people from Jincheng will arrive the day after tomorrow. You need to handle the reception well.
Yes, sir.
And another thing, Zhao. Before the new year, will be promoted to deputy director and will oversee criminal investigation work. He can't always be on the front line. In terms of seniority and ability, Chin has retired due to illness. The position of chief captain is definitely yours. Son, keep your temper in check from now on.
Yes, sir.
You're still sitting here. If I really told you what the evidence is, it would be too late for you. You said it yourself earlier. You remembered you returned to Bincheng on July 2nd. Did you take the highway or the local roads?
The highway.
Then why does your linked ETC have no payment records?
I paid in cash, officer.
Paid in what cash? ETC deducts payment automatically.
I might have remembered wrong. That day we took the local roads.
Ma Yuan. Be honest with me.
Sis, I'm heading back first. I'll take a taxi. You guys stay busy.
Leaving already. Can't follow along anymore. Giving up.
1931.
Interrogation requires professional skills. It's okay if you don't understand.
As for her, it's unrelated to the Shallow Bay Beach case. Why should I keep watching?
Unrelated. You're asserting it's unrelated already. These three suspects are clearly suspicious. Their statements are inconsistent. Anyone with a bit of common sense in interrogation could see it. They are hiding a great deal. You...
Of course they're hiding a great deal.
Wu Nan, did you find something?
It's not exactly a discovery. It's just that the trafficking case is bigger than we thought. Based on the current clues, they are either connected to an international criminal organization, or they are members of one themselves. The organization's trafficking network spans across Southeast Asia. They have plenty to hide. This case will take a long time to investigate later on. It won't be something the city police can handle. It might even require Interpol's cooperation. 6 months, a year, or even several years. Anyway, it's simply unrelated to the Shallow Bay Beach case. As for why I'm so certain, what I found or how I deduced it, I'm not obligated to teach you. Believe it or not, if you don't believe me, check it yourself. I'm not interested anymore. Good luck.
Shall we have someone drive Wu Nan home? Don't let him take a taxi.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, Uncle Chu, that couple should also have a son abroad. He's an adult. He's likely also a member of the International Criminal Organization. That's one of the reasons why they're holding out so stubbornly. Also, Ma Yuan is the ringleader among the three.
Okay. Take care on your way.
Sai, we interrogated them all night. They're really tight-lipped, but we can't rush this now. The 515 case series is more important. As for that trafficking case, it's been handed over to Major Crimes Unit 2.
Sis, the 515 files, when will they be here?
Tomorrow morning, but why do you think they have nothing to do with the 515 case series? Didn't you say before that with today's surveillance density and population density, individual trafficking is impossible?
It's quite complex, considering the scene environment, their files, and their reactions during interrogation. Hey sis, can I just not talk about it? I'm tired.
Just tell me you didn't just make it all up, did you? Give me a brief explanation. You couldn't have just made it all up.
Sis, provoking me won't work. I'm really tired. Alright then. Putting everything else aside, let's just say as a member of an international criminal organization, low-level operative, they don't do freelance work. No matter who they kidnap, they must hand them over to their superiors. So the more they are involved, the relationship with case 515 is actually smaller. Take the Luo Shanshan case for example. The killer should be a local resident of Bincheng. Selling people to local residents is already against the organization's rules.
Violating organization rules. You sure know a lot.
International criminal organizations like that usually involve contraband smuggling, human trafficking, and organ trade. They also set up bases in unstable regions to train armed forces. Many children are kidnapped and taken there. Some are sold. Others are trained by them. Those with high talent will be groomed into top-tier criminals, specializing in assassination, theft of national treasures, cyber attacks, and stealing secrets. But it's very cruel. No childhood, no family, endless training. Those who fail will disappear forever. Those who survive to adulthood will also lose their humanity.
You make it sound so far-fetched. Like it's out of a movie. Where did you learn this?
From the internet.
Okay. Enough of your nonsense. I need to take a nap. I have to do some door-to-door investigations this afternoon.
Hey sis, I have a question.
Shoot!
Since I fell into the water, do you think I've developed some special constitution?
You really have changed a lot.
Oh, that's not what I meant. I mean, on the 10th day after I fell into the water, a murder happened right next door. Although the case is solved, a few days later we went to the beach and I dug up a body again.
Your name is Wu Nan, not Conan. Stop overthinking it. I'm going to sleep, so go play by yourself.
Finished writing.
Xiaonan, you wrote that so fast.
It was too easy.
So Xiaonan, are you going to the police station?
No, the files haven't arrived today. Nothing for me to do today.
Then Xiaonan.
Xiaolei, do you have any more clothes like this?
Clothes. What kind of clothes?
Like the ones you're wearing.
I do.
Lend them to me.
What? Huh.
Hello, everyone. I'm Wu Xiaonan. Hi, everyone. I'm Wu Xiaonan. My name is Wu Xiaonan. Wu Xiaonan.
Brother Xiaonan. You're so weird.
Cut the crap. You think I want to do this?
Ha ha. Then why are you dressed like this?
I have my reasons. Let's want to go shopping.
Oh, sure. But I haven't finished my homework yet. I have 2 pages to write today. The questions are so hard.
Oh, don't worry. It's so simple. I'll teach you when we get back. Let's go.
This.
Wow, that's amazing.
Impressive, don't come back again.
Thanks, Brother Xiaonan, brother. Hey, so tired, finally home.
Want me to carry it for a while?
Hey. No, it's mine now. Brother Xiaonan, no asking for it back.
Since you like dolls so much, I'll get you more next time.
Hey. Wow.
Stop wowing already! Are you a frog?
Frogs go ribbit, not wow.
There's a type of frog in Africa. Its call sounds just like wow.
Wow, Brother Xiaonan has even been to Africa.
Way more than just Africa.
Oh, it's Dad's car. Dad, look at the big doll.
Oh, whose doll is this? It's so pretty. Is this your classmate?
This is Xiao Cough Cough.
Xiaonan.
No way, sis. You can even tell.
Xiaonan.
I'm your own sister. How could I not recognize you? But our family has pretty good genes. You look quite good dressed as a girl.
Where did you two go?
Xiaonan, do you know how dangerous it is outside, don't you know? Running around with Xiaolei, don't you know how dangerous that is?
Danger. You all keep saying it's dangerous. Brother Xiaonan said so too. He even reminded me to stay where there's surveillance. That way we'll be protected. We could have gone to so many more places. But Brother Xiaonan wouldn't let me go there.
Xiaolei, go home first. Go home and wait for Dad, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Sis, weren't you working overtime? Why are you back so suddenly?
I forgot my files and I caught you causing trouble the moment I got back.
What about you, Uncle Zhao? Aren't you supposed to be at a meeting in the provincial capital?
My ride is at 6. I just came back to pack. I'm leaving now.
Don't try to change the subject. Tell me the truth. Be honest, what did you do today?
What are you two doing? I'm not a criminal. What's there to confess?
What's there to confess? What did you do today?
Checking out the surveillance cameras. It's different from surveillance in specific public areas, like in a park. They're only updated every few years, but road surveillance changes with urban development and new planning quite frequently. Plus, shops along the street keep opening and closing. Many have their own cameras, so I need to personally check the layout of all the cameras.
Fine, check the cameras then, but why bring Xiaolei along?
To learn how to be a girl, I need a reference.
Ha, you really want to be a girl. Wait. Shonan, you.
I'm the bait and I'll definitely catch him. No matter who did it. I will definitely find you.
Shonan, you.
Xiaonan. What's the rush? The files from Jincheng haven't arrived yet. You can take a look when they do. You might find the evidence right away. This method of yours.
Uncle Zhao, time is of the essence. Since June 30th. Over a month has passed. 20 years later, the killer has struck again.
He's unlikely to stop now.
He could strike again at any moment. Any moment.
Xiaonan, I'm warning you, you can't do this.
Xiaonan. This plan of yours is out of the question whether ethically or legally. It just won't work.
I wasn't finished yet. Actually, my plan is... Hey, I'll definitely catch him and I'll be perfectly safe.
You're very smart and brave. But no, absolutely not.
Then I'll come up with another plan.
What other plan?
Since you all disagree, I have no choice but to change it.
You're not allowed to have any plans. Just follow orders. Don't do anything reckless.
Oh, I won't. Someone is already glaring at me like they want to eat me alive. How would I dare? I'm off then.
This kid never explains what he's up to.
Officer Wu, don't worry. Once the files from Jincheng are here, I'll have Sun take them to him. Give him something to do. Besides, he's good at this. He might actually be able to help us out. But no matter how fast he reads these files, will take him at least a month to get through.
Let's go.
Back it up, back it up.
Bincheng Police 9012.
Stop. Whoa.
Why is the whole truck full of them?
Well, it is a world-famous cold case. The Royal General Headquarters oversaw it back then. They investigated for years. No leads. They only stopped because they hit a dead end. There are tens of thousands of transcripts just in here alone.
Why are the files here but not the people?
They're traveling separately. They're at the high-speed rail station now, picking them up.
Stop chatting and start moving them.
Commissioner Pang, this way, please. This case was investigated for over 3 years. Sai, this has always been a burden on my mind. It's been over 20 years. I still dream about it.
No wonder you came here in person.
Any problems with the file transfer? I wanted to escort the truck myself, but they said it would take too long and feared I wouldn't be able to handle the trip, so they talked me out of it.
Don't worry, Commissioner Pang. We'll process everything as quickly as possible.
Why is there a child here? Whose kid is messing with the files? How does Bincheng manage its police station?
Chief Pang, you've misunderstood.
You're still at it.
You want to pick a fight with me?
You little brat, I'll...
Chief Pang, please wait. Why bother with him? Let me explain.
Today I'm going to... Fine. Impressive you people in Bincheng are something else. Is this how you run the police station? Actually trying to fight me. Move out of the way. Sun Ming, is it? Just you wait. I'd like to see just how much power you have here. Completely lawless. This is absolutely lawless.
Chief Pang, no matter what, you can't lay a hand on a child.
You're saying I hit a child? You're saying I'm fighting him. I was just gonna pick him up.
There's a misunderstanding here.
There's no misunderstanding. Fine. You guys are unbelievable. Just wait and see.
Out of control, absolutely no discipline or order. This is pure lawlessness. I've only been gone for 2 days, and you two are already out of control. Sun Meng, what am I supposed to say to you? What did I tell you before I left, huh? I told you to receive him properly. Control your temper. Don't be so impulsive. But look at you. You went and hit him. When I got the call, I was stunned. I thought I hadn't slept well lately. I was dreaming. My goodness, I told you to welcome him, and you just hit him, right?
Director, I admit I was a bit impulsive, but I couldn't just watch him hit Xiaonan, and he wouldn't listen to explanations.
Still talking back, aren't you? If you wanted to stop him, fine, but you knocked him flat on the floor. What, trying to show you're younger than him, or that you're a better fighter?
It was my fault. I'll write a self-reflection for my suspension.
Of course you're suspended. Not just suspended, you're being dismissed. Let me tell you, the position of chief captain, forget about it for the next few years, and that's the least of it. Have you considered how serious this is?
I know.
You knew, yet you still used your fists.
Uncle Chu, are you really dismissing Uncle Sun? We're at a critical stage in the case. It's not entirely his fault. He was just trying to protect me.
Kid, you think I'm only talking about him, huh, you? Sorry. You think because you're young I won't scold you. Why did you have to get involved? Did you think about your sister? No matter how I explain it to others, to everyone else, you're only here as Wu Xinyan's family member, that you could enter the station, yes. No one can discipline you, but what about your sister? You think she won't be disciplined?
But he charged at me. It was a reflex, and I only kicked the stool. Who knew he'd get so worked up? They say Uncle Sun has a temper, but he wasn't like that before.
20 years. The 515 case like a nightmare. It's haunted Panghai for 20 years. Let me catch my breath. You two are really infuriating me. Panghai was in his early 30s back then, and he was already the chief of Jincheng Criminal Investigation. It might be a small place, but it shows how capable he is. For the first 2 years of the 5 and 15 series, he led the task force investigation. Even after the Royal General Bureau took over and brought in many experts. To reorganize the task force, he was still the deputy leader, a core member. He was involved in the entire series of the investigation process. A lot happened during those years. Some left the force. Some made mistakes. It's more than just Panghai's trauma. Recently, I spoke with the Jining provincial government and heard a lot. Originally, he didn't need to come in person. The Jincheng Police Department should have just sent someone. But Panghai is already at the provincial police department. Serving as deputy chief, he volunteered to lead the team here himself. As soon as he arrived, good grief, he saw a kid rummaging through the files. Tell me, how could he not be angry?
Director, I'll go apologize to Deputy Chief Pang again.
Is this something an apology can fix?
5 days.
5 days for what?
I'll solve the case in 5 days. Can you hold off on dismissing Uncle Sun and my sister? I just need 5 days.
5 days? You must be joking, Xiaonan. I know you possess some abilities that ordinary people don't have. But 5 days, that's not even enough time to read the files. It takes ordinary people months. Even you would need at least a month, and that's just for reviewing the files.
Just 5 days, Uncle Chu, I'm serious.
Xiaonan, stop messing around. You're asking the chief to go out on a limb for me. For the sake of solving the case. Then, what if the case isn't solved? Won't that look like the chief is covering for me? It will implicate your Uncle Chu.
Stop trying to lecture me. I see what's going on now. The two of you, I'm at this age already. I've reached the peak of my career. I'll be retiring in a few years anyway. What do I have to fear but Xiaonan, 5 days?
Only 5 days.
Do you know back then, all in all, the number of officers involved in that case was in the thousands. They investigated for years without any results. Xiaonan, what makes you so sure?
The situation is different now.
How is it different?
There's a new case.
But the new case doesn't have many clues.
Although there aren't many new clues, the scope for deduction is different. Other possibilities have been significantly reduced.
What do you mean?
Xiaonan, are there some new findings you haven't mentioned?
It means, back then, the population density was low, urbanization was low, there were very few surveillance cameras. Solving a random crime depended on luck. There were too many possibilities. It depended on whether the killer made a mistake, or if there were enough clues. Otherwise, no matter how long the investigation or how many investigators there were, without a lucky break, there would be no result. But it's not like that anymore, even if it's a random crime. There's much less room for maneuver.
So?
Oh, all right. Fine. The details of my reasoning I'll explain at the very end. It's too long. Once we catch the person, I'll give a detailed analysis. Also, I've already determined the killer's general residential area.
What? Where?
I only know the general area. I can't say it yet.
Why?
Because that geographical area is not exactly small. If we conduct a massive sweep, unless we have incredible luck and catch the killer right away. Take blood samples for testing and compare DNA, otherwise we'll alert him he will flee. When that happens, no one will be able to find him.
So what do you want?
I just need 5 days, Uncle Chu, with the help of Uncle Sun, Uncle Zhao, my sister, and other officers I'm familiar with. I will find the killer, but on one condition. Uncle Sun and my sister must not be suspended. Otherwise, I've just caused trouble. And no one will listen to a word I say. Time is of the essence, Uncle Chu. I'm not just doing this for anyone. More importantly, it's for the victims to seek justice. And the killer might strike again very soon. The sooner we solve it, the better.
Fine. 5 days it is. I'll find a chance to talk to Peng Hai. To keep him calm for now, I hope they'll do it as a favor to me and not make a scene for the time being. But this case eventually, the royal headquarters will definitely send someone to supervise. I believe within a few days they'll arrive in Binching. There will be a lot of talk. No one will be able to keep this a secret.
All right, 5 days, but Uncle Chu, Uncle Sun, I have one more request.
Go ahead.
Keep it a secret to prevent anyone from interfering with me.
Who would interfere with you? Oh, the people from Jincheng.
Shy. Don't worry. Since you two hit someone, the entire police station is in an absolute uproar. Everyone is gossiping. Including the officers who came today. I'm sure they'll soon find out about how you helped the police solve those major cases one after another.
So don't worry. Even if they might not like you, they know what you're capable of. They won't interfere with you.
Anyway, just keep it quiet. Let's go. Uncle Sun, I've really dragged you into this.
Cut it out. Whatever I Sun Mang do, I never regret.
True. If it weren't for you today, I would have been in big trouble.
What could you have done to him anyway? Well, anyway, I'm mentally prepared for the worst. But as for the chief, he was supposed to step down from his position as chief, but based on his actual age, he could still move up before retirement. If he gets stuck with the responsibility of covering for us.
Sin.
Both old Zhao and I were promoted by him personally. Although he usually scolds me, he's very protective of his own.
Don't worry, Uncle Sun. I will definitely find the killer. I'm leaving now. Is something wrong?
I've heard many people talk about you. They say you're like some kind of miracle worker.
Oh.
I heard you finished reading the case summary. Did you find anything?
Almost finished.
Never mind, I'm just grasping at straws, a 20-year-old cold case, to think I'm counting on a child to solve it. Sorry.
I did find something. Do you want to hear it? Originally, I planned to talk to Uncle Sun after finishing this and have him tell you to investigate. But since you're here, do you want to hear it?
Asking me to go back and investigate? Well, I'd like to know then just how big of a discovery you've made to be able to order me back to investigate.
The age is wrong and the height doesn't match.
When the suspect first committed the crime, his age should have been between 24 and 32 years old. His birth date should be between 1972 and 1980. This is the result of rigorous analysis. What's wrong with it?
Your results, aside from some overlapping clues, are mainly based on psychological profiling. The suspect has a severe psychological perversion or a physical defect, such as an intermittent disorder, and lived alone in Jincheng. The suspect is introverted, gloomy, and unsociable, but extremely patient and has a clear dual personality. He is very stealthy in his actions.
What's the problem?
Based on past experience. The age of such killers is generally over 25, because functional disorders don't cause much of a psychological burden during one's youth, but once a person reaches the age to marry and have children, this conflict will manifest. Huge psychological pressure and external stimuli will cause a mental breakdown, leading to psychological perversion. Actually, this analysis isn't wrong.
So what did you find? You just repeated the file.
The problem is, there are very few overlapping clues. This is just an analysis without any substantial evidence to prove it. The killer's age is almost pure speculation.
Aren't you good at pure speculation? What are you denying?
People are normal because of legal and moral constraints, because of values formed since childhood and bonds with loved ones. If a group of people were left on a deserted island where they had to compete to survive, anyone would become twisted. The reasons for being normal are similar, but the reasons for being twisted can be 1 in 1,000, right?
Admittedly, you're right, but without the support of sufficient evidence, you can't overturn the previous conclusion.
See for yourself?
I'm more familiar with these files than you are. These are all about the suspect's height.
Right. Aren't you going to take a closer look? I've already reminded you. Maybe you'll discover something too.
I told you I'm more familiar with these than you are. The final conclusion on the suspect's height is between 1.65 and 1.75 meters. A 10-centimeter difference, that's too big of a gap. Don't you know, in criminal investigations, when clues are insufficient and inaccurate, the margin of error for a suspect's height is usually between 3 and 10 centimeters. It's unavoidable. You think there's a problem?
There's no problem. The final conclusion is perfectly fine. With the forensic technology of that era and the conditions at the time, such a wide range is unavoidable. There were no more precise clues.
Then why are you talking nonsense? You're not as brilliant as the rumors say.
How about I read it to you again?
No.
That's not necessary. I've seen it and I remember it. Just tell me orally. August 25th, 2004. Suwana's body was discovered, but she went missing on August 8th. A gap of over half a month, she disappeared on a suburban dirt road, making the investigation extremely difficult. Even if there were witnesses, their memories were blurry. However, you still found a potential suspect. According to a witness, when he was riding his bike past, he saw a figure by the fork in the road. Even after half a month, the reason he still remembered was because that figure picked up stones to throw at sparrows on the utility pole, as if venting anger, throwing them repeatedly, so it left a deep impression on him. However, the victim went missing in the afternoon on her way to a relative's house. No one knows if that strange person was still there in the afternoon. The timing doesn't match, and according to the witness's estimation, the suspect's height was roughly between 1.65 and 1.73 meters, and your second estimation of the suspect's height was based on a footprint.
You don't need to be so detailed, just get to the point.
Fine. In 2004, 165 to 1.73 meters. In 2005, 165 to 1.76 meters. 1.66 to 1.73 meters. 164 to 1.73 meters. In 2006, 165 to 1.73 meters. 1.67 to 1.73 meters. In 2007, 1.66 to 1.76 meters. 1.67 to 1.75 meters.
You skipped a lot.
Yes. Although there were 9 cases, the height conclusions were made dozens of times. The later investigations became more detailed, using one witness's description to find more witnesses, even when the times didn't match. Sometimes, different height descriptions would even appear. I just removed the duplicates and those that seemed meaningless to me.
Sigh, with the conditions back then, between the time of disappearance and discovery, there was always a large gap. Too few surveillance cameras, witnesses had blurry memories. This was the only way. Like looking for a needle in a haystack. If there's even a slight possibility, we have to work hard to investigate and record it all down.
So I finished what I had to say. Haven't you noticed?
Why are you being so cryptic? If you don't speak up, I'm leaving. I don't have time to humor you.
In 2004, it was 1.65. In 2005, although there were lower height estimates, the 1.66 meter estimate appeared for the first time. In 2006, although there were also lower estimates, but 1.67 as the minimum height also appeared for the first time. Don't you think he was growing taller? I know when you estimate height, you consider many factors like being unable to judge the thickness of the soles. It could be 2 or 3 centimeters plus the height of the hair, whether they were wearing a hat, and the height of reference objects, and so on. Plus, there were mostly dirt roads back then. Standing on uneven ground can create visual disparity. That's also why the estimation range is so large. You add or subtract from the total, leaving a margin of a centimeter or two, but even under these circumstances, in 2005, the suspect still had a recorded height of 1.66 meters at the minimum. In 2006, 1.67 meters, which means in 2006, the initial data, the low height was 1.69 meters, assuming his soles were thick. It was only then reduced to 1.67 meters.
You don't need to say more. I know what you're going to say. You mean when he committed the crimes, he was still a teenager, so you think the task force back then, their conclusion of him being over 25 years old was wrong?
Pretty much.
A teenager. A teenager.
Although scientifically male growth plates close between the ages of 16 and 25. Before 25, one might continue to grow taller, but the reality is, it's rare for someone over 20 to still grow taller. So, I believe, when the killer committed the crimes, he was most likely 17 or 18. Already from an unfortunate family, combined with failing his final exams. Of course, he could have been older or younger, starting school a year early or late, or dropping out of high school. Are all possibilities. Dropping out even earlier isn't completely impossible either.
A teenager. Wait, that's not right. That's too far-fetched. I remember once.
How should I put it?
First of all, the data you mentioned is something you cherry-picked. This pattern you found, if placed among dozens of sets of evidence, looks more like a coincidence. Most of the other data actually proves that he wasn't continuously growing.
And then go on.
And then... It's been too long. But I vaguely remember. Someone mentioned a very young officer. Reached a similar conclusion as you. It was dismissed after a few words, too far-fetched. And it contradicted the theory of him being over 25. It would overturn many investigation results. Besides, even if we were to investigate in this direction, even if there's only a slight chance, we should still look into it. But there's no way to even start. There were too many teenagers back then. The killer's area of activity wasn't just in the city center, but also included surrounding villages and counties, and it's been 20 years.
It seems you really want to solve this case.
Cut the crap.
If you want to solve the case, you need to let me finish first, but you have to answer one question first.
What question?
In your task force back then, was there a folklore expert?
No. Why do you ask?
No. Then the key lead I'm about to mention shouldn't be something that anyone else has brought up before.
What lead?
Southeast Asia is an extremely complex region, nearly 700 million people, over 90 ethnic groups, and our country, with nearly 100 million people, is both a source of migrants, and for historical reasons, has a large immigrant population, accounting for about 7% of the total population, mainly laborers from the last century and their descendants.
Go on.
You're really eager to solve the case. You're the first person who clearly has a conflict with me, but is still so patient.
If it helps solve the case, you can beat me up again for all I care.
I didn't do it on purpose.
Talk about the case.
What I want to say is, our country is multi-ethnic, with a complex demographic structure. Different ethnicities and faiths have led to different calendars.
Calendars?
The official one is the Gregorian calendar, but among the people, there's also the Buddhist calendar, the Hindu and Thai calendars, the Chinese and Vikram calendars, and many other religious calendars. It's very complicated, but on our official IDs, ethnicity isn't listed.
So, what you're trying to say is the killer might be a descendant of immigrants.
No. What I want to say is, of the 9 cases from over 20 years ago, 3 of them have very specific dates. Specifically, 2004, August 8th, 2005, July 28th, July 18th, 2006.
What's special about them? Is there a pattern? They all have an 8 if we have to find a pattern. The killer likes to kidnap people in January, February, July, or August. But that's not absolute.
These 3 days are June 23rd in the Manu calendar.
The Manu calendar?
In ancient times, it was a calendar based on lunar cycles in Southeast Asia and even across Asia. Many countries use it, but due to geography and traditional culture, there are differences in the calendar dates. In international translation, this calendar has a general name, called the traditional lunar calendar.
The same day. June 23rd of the lunar calendar. Could it be a coincidence?
If you want to argue whether a coincidence is possible, of course it is, but out of 9 cases, 9 disappearance dates, 3 of them fell on the same day, of different years in the Manu calendar. That's just too much of a coincidence. There are over 300 days in a year. If the timing of the crimes was purely random, for 3 consecutive years, to strike on the exact same day, the probability of that is minuscule. More importantly, June 23rd of the lunar calendar didn't first appear in the middle of the 9 cases. It was the very first of the 9 crimes. It was the start of his descent into madness. After that, no matter how many crimes he committed a year, he always struck on June 23rd. This clearly proves that the date June 23rd obviously has some significance. And I've confirmed that according to the Manu calendar, June 23rd is not a traditional holiday, nor is it an anniversary. Religious holidays in the same calendar don't match either.
A birthday or a death anniversary?
A birthday is obviously more likely, if he really committed the crimes on someone's death anniversary, to commemorate them or for revenge. Then, the way the victims died doesn't fit, and the targets chosen are strange, only daring to target the weak. He's a coward at heart. How could it be to commemorate someone or for revenge by taking such risks? But if it's a birthday, it's certainly not a celebration, but rather it's part of the killer's developing twisted and extreme personality, a day that should have been a celebration. Yet he felt miserable. This would amplify his long-standing negative emotions, pushing him to the edge, committing atrocities against the innocent, leading to an uncontrollable spiral into complete madness.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. But...
So a new question arises.
What question?
In your opinion, assuming they are capable of committing a crime, what age group of people would care the most about how their birthday goes?
Teenagers. An extremely sensitive period. He was a teenager. Genius. You're a total genius. Teenager. You mentioned the height issue. It was for this reason.
Yes. Actually, when I first looked at the dozens of height arguments, the results, there were many outcomes. He was growing taller. This is just one of them. It's indeed a stretch. It's just a possibility. But when I reviewed his crime timeline, which is the dates the victims went missing, I discovered something. Once different clues form a conclusion, pointing to the same result, corroborating each other. Then the possibility of it being a coincidence drops significantly. Also, I just checked online. August 5th, 2007, Bona County, Jincheng. A missing person case occurred. There's news about it. The age and gender match. The person vanished completely. No body was found afterward until today. It remains an unsolved disappearance. Exactly August 5th, 2007, is June 23rd in the Manu calendar. 2 conclusions. First, the killer didn't commit crimes for 3 consecutive years, but 4 years. This further proves my theory. Second, the killer didn't commit 9 crimes that year, but more. It's just that some cases, for various reasons, no bodies were found, so they were never linked to the 515 case series. For a joint investigation, you should book your ticket and hit the road.
Huh.
The killer, in 2004, when he first committed a crime, was a teenager. His Manu calendar birthday is June 23rd. If he was exactly 18, when he first committed a crime, then his birth date would be 1986, the 23rd day of the 6th lunar month, July 29th in the solar calendar. If he was 17 during the first crime, then his solar birth date would be 1987, July 18th, and so on. But I have no way of knowing his place of birth. Whether he was born locally after moving, whether his household registration was transferred, it's impossible to tell. Moreover, I believe a killer who committed serial crimes and then vanished for 20 years might have abandoned his original identity. Once his life stabilized, he cut ties with the past, so relying solely on the registration system, searching by birth time and place. There are too many results. The scope of suspicion is too large and limited by the conditions back then. If it's an identity long abandoned, the registration system would miss it. The national networking of the registration system only happened in the last 10 years, but he must have attended school locally. According to our education system, he should have at least finished middle school. Of course, dropping out of primary school or never attending wasn't rare back then, but I believe he must have gone to school. Because people who enter society too early, most are just ordinary. Some succeed, some turn bad. Murder or arson are possible, but because they've experienced the rough and tumble of society. There are too many opportunities, too many ways to release their inner feelings. Gloom doesn't build up. Instead, they don't become so twisted, perverted, or extreme. So,
Schools.
right limited by the internet. Penetration. Back then, you must take your team now to check the schools. The paper archives from back then, those are the most accurate. Not only can we find out if there were any disciplinary actions, dropout records or grades, we can do a comprehensive analysis Jincheng and schools in surrounding counties and villages, although there are quite a few. Considering the first victim's location of disappearance, you should know which schools to start with.
I'll go look for them now.
Wait a second. Keep it confidential.
Confidential.
The royal headquarters will send someone to merge the cases and oversee the investigation and form a new task force. A lot of time will be wasted on bureaucracy and meetings. And you are the deputy chief of the Jining Provincial Police Department. Because of your high position, they won't actually let you join the frontline investigation. He might send you back and take you off the case, a nightmare that has haunted you for 20 years. Don't you want to catch him with your own hands?
I do. Of course I do. I've had countless nightmares. I want to see his face. I want to personally,
So, don't waste time on reporting through the ranks and attending meetings. When you go there this time, just get me a few photos of the suspect. When he was young, I promise. Before the royal headquarters steps in, I will find the killer.
Okay. Eyes out.
Today is 2025, August 10th, and the 16th of this month is the Manu calendar's June 23rd. We are running out of time.
Nan, he didn't give you any trouble, did he?
No. Around here, routes that avoid all surveillance cameras, there should only be 2.
Wait a second, girl.
Kid, do you still want this bottle?
Thank you.
Oh, this girl's really pretty.
Sis, how's the investigation going?
It was a school holiday that day. Lots of parents came to pick up boarding students. So in the surveillance footage, there were so many people and cars, we couldn't see much. Why didn't you go to the station today?
Since none of you went, why would I go alone?
So you do know it's not good what is our little detective not investigating cases anymore. Scared the case is too difficult and you can't solve it. Is it too embarrassing?
Sis is putting me down your idea of fun.
I'm really not putting you down. It's just that based on past experience, no one can solve every case, and not every case can necessarily be solved. You just do your best and leave the rest to fate as you experience more of this. More and more, there will be more setbacks too. Look like the 515 serial cases back then, hundreds and thousands of police officers were on it. There were tens of thousands of statements. But it still couldn't be solved in the end. I just hope you don't put too much pressure on yourself. Actually, it's fine if you don't continue. Those files would take you months to read. But it won't be long before the Royal General Office sends someone. By then, not just you, me, and your uncle's son will all be held responsible for the mistakes and sidelined. Sis.
Why aren't you scolding me?
Why would I scold you?
I got Uncle Son into trouble.
What are you talking about? You were clearly the one being bullied. Why would we blame you? Oh, hello.
Comrade Wu Nan, this is Pang Hai.
Oh. Chief Pang. Hello, I'm sorry about what happened last time. On behalf of my brother, I apologize to you again.
That's not necessary. What's his number? I don't have his contact info.
Chief Pang, is it that serious? Please don't hold it against him.
I'm not holding it against him. It's about the case. I need to go over the details with him.
You want to discuss the case with him? Oh, wait a second. He's right next to me. It's for you.
This is Wu Nan. Go ahead. Yeah. Okay, we have enough time. Thanks for your hard work. Okay. My phone number is. Call me anytime if anything happens. All right, let's leave it at that for now. Yeah, okay.
Wu Nan. Tell me the truth.
What is there to tell?
You and Chief Pang. Regarding the case.
Just discussing it, sis. I've already made peace with Chief Pang.
Made peace, you've already driven him away.
Young lady, do you know how to get to Taifang Lane?
Over there, turn right. The third intersection is Taifang Lane. There's a sign.
Okay, thanks.
Boss, a Coke.
3 yuan. Hey, young lady, are you new here? These past few days, why do I keep seeing you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hello, Uncle Pang. It's me. What a coincidence.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Little girl, are you all alone? Why aren't you saying anything? Don't run around outside by yourself. Hurry home. Is something wrong?
Just as I thought. Besides my sister, no one can recognize me.
You, Wu Nan, why are you dressed like this?
Solving a case.
Solving a case. Doing this. Does your sister know? Does Captain Zhao know?
Of course they don't.
Do you know that doing this is extremely dangerous?
It's not dangerous at all, but I don't want to explain right now why it's not dangerous. Anyway, can you stop hanging around here even if you're in a private car? People might not know your license plate number, but they definitely recognize your face. You're getting in my way.
I
know you're patrolling. You're worried, you're afraid something else might happen. You're a good cop. That day, when you called the victim's family, I saw you.
My daughter went missing once too.
Oh.
That was just an accident. But she was found quickly. But I really understand how they feel.
Is your relationship with your daughter better now?
Much better. I've looked into it and heard about what you've been up to lately. You're certainly talented. I underestimated you before, but I'm still going to tell Captain Zhao and your sister about this. I can't let you keep investigating. Like this. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack. It's pointless. And dangerous.
It's not like a needle in a haystack. It's normal that you don't understand. Before I give my report, no one will understand.
That's a bit far-fetched.
Right now I've narrowed it down to at least a dozen suspects.
Who?
What's the rush? I only have one shot at catching him. This killer is too important. If I catch the wrong person and the real killer is spooked and leaves the city, we'll probably never find him again. So I need to wait a little longer.
You're bluffing me, aren't you? You're bragging way too much. You just don't want me to report you.
Hey, Officer Peng.
There are only 3 photos this time, and the files. Take a look. Okay.
You.
Shh.
Found you.
Who?
The killer.
The killer. Who is it?
Look at you getting impatient again, although right now, I'm only 90% sure it's him, but it's not a certainty. There are many lookalikes in this world. Besides, a person's appearance can change a lot in 20 years. Like I said, I only have one shot at catching him. I need to eliminate any uncertainty.
What do you mean lookalike? What, 20 years?
Relax at the very least before he strikes again on August 16th. He won't leave Bincheng.
What? August 16th. He's going to strike again. How do you know?
Re-enter.
Got a pen and paper?
Yes. Here. Who exactly are you?
Huh?
He.
Probably isn't a familiar face. Do you have a computer? Can I borrow it for a bit?
Yeah.
Hello.
Is Peng back yet?
The high-speed train arrives in a few minutes.
Oh. I'll send you my location. Take a look.
Did you find him? It's definitely him.
Come over.
This is a complete lack of organization and discipline. That Sunmeng guy, where is he?
I told him to. Go home and reflect on his actions.
You people in Bincheng, what are you doing? This is the cold case of the century, following a child's lead to solve a case, and you even hit someone? Jining province has already called the headquarters. Do you realize what this means?
That's enough. Mayor, he is here. The situation in Bincheng before the facts are fully investigated. It's not your place to criticize here.
Right.
Mayor He. Director Chu, the issues in Bincheng. I'm sure you won't show any favoritism. We will deal with it as it should be. Let's continue the meeting. Solving the case is more important. All right. Mayor He Mu is still young. He wasn't targeting you.
What on earth is Bincheng doing?
Don't take it to heart.
Hey, Xiaonan.
Uncle Sun, what's the situation?
Someone from the Royal Police Headquarters is here. The director told us to lie low for a while to avoid running into each other and causing embarrassment.
They're here so soon. My sister said it would take a few more days.
They came secretly, no one knew, mainly because once the 515 cases reopen, the social impact will be too negative. They're here to assess the situation first before discussing the public consolidation of cases what normal. Not dismissed yet for now. Wait until their meeting is over. It wasn't Chief Pang, it was the person who came with him, who reported the matter to the higher-ups. In my opinion, he might not be doing it for Chief Pang's sake. Both sides were responsible for the matter, but he reported it without permission.
Captain Sun.
Forget it. You wouldn't understand anyway. Is something wrong? Didn't see me today, so you missed your Uncle Sun. The address. What address?
What does Xiaonan mean by this?
Well, he didn't make it clear. Hello, Director Wei.
Shonan asked me to call you, bring your gear, and come meet up.
Meet up? What meet up? Xiaonan found the killer. What? Is Xiaonan with you?
He just left in a taxi. Said he's going back for a meeting and said he'd organize the materials in the car. Don't disturb him. He even took my laptop.
Regarding the victim's social circle, we have already screened. Come in.
In such an important meeting, you have no sense of discipline at all.
Can I take over the presentation? I have already found the killer.
The killer?
Xiaonan, which killer are you talking about?
Shonan, wait.
The 805 Shallow Bay decomposed body case. And the killer of the 5 and 15 serial cases. He's been on the run for over 20 years, claiming a total of 15 victims. I found him.
Ridiculous. You don't even have the victim count, right? You people in Penang.
Please take a seat, everyone.
Shonan.
Uncle, he doesn't believe me.
Well, it's not about whether I believe you.
But today's occasion is very important.
If you...
Including my private investigation. No one can explain the situation clearly.
Shonan, I'll just ask you one thing.
Is it pure deduction? Or do you have solid evidence?
I have evidence absolutely solid.
Director Wei. Director Wei, the equipment you requested is ready.
Good. Chief Pang?
What's the situation? Where's Xiaonan?
Xiaonan went back to the meeting. He asked me to explain the details.
Hello everyone, my name is Wu Nan. I will now walk you through the 805 Shallow Bay decomposed body case and the 515 serial cases, the analysis and reasoning process, as well as the results. Let's begin. Allow me to start with an overview, the Shallow Bay decomposed body case, and the basic facts of the 515 serial cases.
Director Liu. I remember back then. You served in Haidong Province, right?
Yes.
Then you must know Elder Guo.
I do. We work together. We go way back. He's doing very well for himself now. His position is likely to change at the end of the year, either a transfer to the police headquarters or becoming the head of Haidong Police.
Does Mayor? He know him too?
No, but he knows him. He's Elder Guo's nephew. His family has been in the police force for 4 generations. You could say they're a police dynasty. His parents died in the line of duty 6 years ago. His sister is raising him now. And as for him, he's exceptionally gifted with a high IQ, a born detective, so to speak.
It seems old Pang was a bit impulsive. However, I haven't personally talked to him yet.
It's not about who's right or wrong. It's all for the sake of the case.
This kid, he really is a promising talent, but a so-called born detective. That's a bit of an overstatement. I wasn't involved in the 515 case back then, but the details of the investigation, I'm well aware of them, a case thousands of people couldn't solve. But at such a young age, analyzing the case so thoroughly on stage without any stage fright at all, that's already quite impressive.
Look.
That's all for the 515 serial cases and the overview of the 805 decomposed body case. Now I'll talk about the latest progress from the task force.
That's the general situation I can also rule out now, the suspect being in the shop. The shop was closed for several afternoons in a row. The suspect is living inside. I didn't dare get too close, to prevent the suspect from coming downstairs suddenly and noticing us.
Okay. Then I'll arrange the next steps. Director Wei, send someone over first to scout around, see if the suspect has set up surveillance downstairs.
Yes, sir. Shen Yu were just transferred here recently, even if the suspect comes downstairs. He won't recognize you.
You go, yes, sir.
Good.
Old son, over there you go scout that area.
Yes, sir.
Go over there and scout it out.
Okay.
We have 7 people, that's enough. Does Xiao Nan have any other instructions?
Shonan said before the arrest begins, he will contact us.
Since the crime occurred, Uncle Zhao drew police forces from across the city to check the day Luo Shanshan went missing during the relevant time period. Captured on nearby surveillance, a total of 1,375 vehicles regarding cases where the owner wasn't driving. We performed surveillance screening. Besides phone contact, we also conducted field investigations of 394 people. Took 509 statements, collected 116 DNA samples, all sent to the provincial capital for urgent matching. In addition, the victim's social circle has also been investigated.
Kid, I have to interrupt you. Can we stop repeating things? Everything you just said during our meeting just now, Director Chu already explained it in detail. We're all aware of it. You don't need to repeat it. From the moment you walked in, you've been boasting. Can we just get to the point?
To point out the problem, I first need to explain the problem itself. If I skip around, I'm afraid you won't understand. Don't interrupt me, you. Back to the case, okay? Since you're already caught up on the case's progress, I'll look at it from a different angle. Actually, from the very beginning, I never thought the killer committed the crime using a vehicle, nor do I think it was a premeditated act by one of the victim's relatives, and it's even less likely to be a student's parent or a staff member. The possibility of it being premeditated is extremely low. Let's first talk about the possibility of premeditation. There are 2 scenarios. The first one, the killer knew the victim and planned to take them during the chaos after school. The second one, the killer didn't know the victim and planned to kidnap a random target during the after-school chaos and just happened to pick the victim. However, considering the killer's past habits and the situation on the afternoon of June 30th, neither scenario holds up.
That's a bit too definitive.
The after-school chaos was due to the start of summer break. More people in cars mean more witnesses. There was even a major traffic jam. Multiple nearby intersections had traffic police directing on-site. Under these circumstances, I believe whether it's a human trafficker, a kidnapper for ransom, or the killer, in this case the likelihood of them choosing to plan and commit the crime that day is extremely low. The risk is too high. Based on this, the possibility of the killer using a car is also very low. First, the massive traffic jam. Not only would it be impossible to leave quickly, but his actions would likely be captured by a dashcam. Second, the road conditions. Cars can't enter the nearby alleys. If he wanted to leave the scene, he'd have to pass through a main intersection's surveillance, and the killer, since he's the perpetrator of the 515 series, he must know how hard the police are searching for him. The killer committed over 10 crimes in a row back then, and is still at large. I must assume he has exceptional counter-surveillance skills. Whatever I can think of, he will definitely think of too. He wouldn't leave so many flaws for himself.
That does make some sense. Then how can you be sure? The killer isn't another student's parent or a staff member. That's a bit too absolute.
Because the killer is bold.
Very bold.
The way the killer disposed of the body was burying it on the shore of Shallow Bay Beach. That's not some remote wilderness. The killer didn't destroy the evidence. He even left behind his own biological DNA samples, including the one in that cigarette butt. He was waiting for the body to be found. He's taunting the police. And as I just said, as the killer of the 5 and 15 serial cases, it's impossible for him not to know the police. The intensity of their investigation into him. And as time goes by, the case will escalate. It will cause a national sensation. Hundreds of millions of people will have their DNA compared, including every male parent of the right age who had the time to commit the crime, as well as faculty members. The longer the case drags on, the more intense the investigation becomes. No one can escape it, just like back then. So if the killer was someone who had some kind of direct or indirect relationship with the victim, then he should have chosen to destroy the evidence, but he didn't. Even less likely would he let the task force get his DNA sample. Yet we found it anyway. You understand what I'm saying, right?
According to you, the inspection team doesn't need to investigate anymore. Screening all those people in your reasoning has no meaning at all.
Did I say it was meaningless? It is meaningful. Extremely important, even. Not every case finds the right direction. For investigation immediately. Criminal investigation is about finding the result closest to the truth among countless wrong possibilities.
Kid, you can't even remember how many victims there were, and you're trying to teach me about criminal investigation.
The task force's recent large-scale screening has resolved many issues for this investigation. Accidents, coincidences, and completely unpredictable psychological states of the killer, whether it's an accident or a coincidence. He might have actually been driving, with no intention to commit a crime, but there are always some extremely low probability events in this world. A series of unforeseeable circumstances led to the final outcome. When the opportunity is right there, all it takes is a moment of hesitation. As for the killer's psychological state, based on my profiling of the killer, his committing a crime again after nearly 20 years is likely due to a major life upheaval in his family or career, which drove him to extremes again. In this situation, I can't predict if the killer developed some kind of self-destructive tendency, for example, or perhaps a perversion. He wants to play a game with the police to see how many more crimes he can commit. Before the police catch him, he's a psychopath. He's likely to act against logic.
So,
No matter how I reason it out, it could all be wrong, but the task force's large-scale screening helped me make up for that. I'm not wrong. That extremely low probability event didn't happen. He wasn't driving. He has no direct or indirect relationship with the victim.
He's still committing random crimes against strangers.
Judging by the scene, he must have walked out of the alley. Standing at the entrance, he happened to see the victim and suddenly got the urge to strike. Or maybe the victim entered the alley on their own. Perhaps wanting to play a prank on a classmate hiding in the alley. To jump out and scare them, only to be spotted by the killer in the alley, and so on. On the 4th day after the crime, I saw the 515 files sent from Jincheng. I spent about a day going through them, and in there I found a major investigative error, or rather, a new lead.
An error.
That's enough an error. You spent just 1 day, and you dare say the original investigation had a major error. Who do you think you are, a god? In 1 day, you can go through a truckload of files. This is absolute nonsense. Uncle, are you really going to let a child talk such nonsense on stage? I think Bin Cheng is getting more and more out of hand.
Uncle?
Shomu, how many times have I told you use professional titles while at work? Sit down.
Yes.
Director Liu. He is.
A distant relative. Since he started as my assistant, we talked about his hometown and discovered that our families are related. Oh.
Are you finished? Can I continue now?
Kid. I'd really like to know back then. Thousands of people spent 3 years searching the archives but still didn't solve the case. You only spent 1 day. What kind of mistake could you have found? Especially a serious one.
Hello. We're with the police and would like to use your window.
Officer, is there a criminal across the street?
Sir, ma'am, don't be nervous. We'll take action soon and catch the criminal.
All right.
There's only the suspect in the room across, no signs of anyone else moving around. There's only one suspect in the room.
Copy that. Keep an eye on him.
Nothing found so far. Chief Wei, the environment is quite complex if we go over like this.
In conclusion, the killer seems to be growing taller. The killer, on his own birthday, committed the first crime and strikes every year on his birthday. These points corroborate each other. The killer, at the time of the crime, was most likely a teenager.
A teenager.
Also based on his past patterns, since he has already started committing crimes again this year, then this year's lunar calendar, June 23rd, which is in 3 days, he will definitely strike again.
A teenager. That's right. A teenager, Chief Chu, we should send someone immediately.
No.
Director, I'll take a team to Jincheng immediately personally to investigate student records. And the residency records from back then.
Don't bother yourself with that.
Why didn't you say so earlier? Such an important clue. You already found it a few days ago. Why didn't you report it in time? And the killer is about to strike again. You're hiding it on purpose. This will delay the investigation.
How do you know I didn't say anything? Are you a mind reader, following me around all day? You? On the day I made the deduction, Chief Pang and I already discussed it, so he went back to Jincheng overnight to investigate. But in fact, this clue might be useful, or it might not be. Because in that era, there was a common situation. In order to go to school, people change their ages, meaning the killer celebrates his real birthday, but on his records, it might not be his real age. If that's the case, this clue will likely lead to a dead end, but time is of the essence, so I had to prepare for both scenarios. Based on my deduction, combined with the task force's investigation, I can already confirm the killer's general area of activity. I've checked the local surveillance footage, including shop cameras. When Luo Shanshan first went missing, the local police station conducted a door-to-door search, and after the body was found, a larger-scale investigation was carried out, but nothing was found. With the density of surveillance today, he managed to avoid every camera and any witnesses,
including nearby shop owners,
staff, and customers. And he was on foot. Unlike squares and parks, scenic spots, and other places, surveillance facilities are only updated every few years, but in residential streets, shop cameras are affected by urban planning and business conditions. They change frequently, yet he avoided them all. This means he's been active in that area for a long time, maybe because of work, or he might live there, or both. He knows the place inside out, and as shown here, I actually found 2 routes that completely bypass all cameras and most people's path. The routes overlap, so let's call it 2 for now. It's not an alley, but a back street. The neighborhood is very old. There were rumors of demolition years ago. Many people have moved out, making it very deserted. But no matter how few people there are, even in an alley, loitering for a long time, you're likely to run into someone. The killer couldn't have taken the victim very far. This shows he wasn't taking a gamble. This further proves he lives there. Or rather, he has a hideout there. Considering summer break started on June 30th, schools let out early. The timing avoided residents' commutes and grocery shopping times. The killer must have known. At that specific time, it's hard to run into anyone in the alley. That's why he dared to suddenly decide to strike. Therefore, based on these deductions, while Chief Pang was away investigating, I took a look around that area. That's also the reason why I'm dressed like this. I must make a statement first. This part was my own unauthorized action. I didn't tell anyone in advance. Secondly, there was no danger. Actually, at the very beginning, I did have the intention of taking a risk, but I was stopped. Legally and morally speaking, it shouldn't have been me going, I agree with that, but after reviewing the 515 files, I changed my mind since the killer is so obsessed with ritual, then being so close to his birthday. He actually wouldn't take any action. My goal was to get the killer's attention, even if it was just a glance from afar. This outfit of mine is eye-catching enough. Even ordinary people would take a second look at me.
2 questions.
Go ahead.
First, even if there's no danger, how can you guarantee the killer would happen to come downstairs that day instead of going somewhere else? Second, even if he saw you, like you said, anyone would take a second look at you, how would you recognize the real killer? That's just ridiculous.
First, the task force is searching the main street. The killer likely wants to know the progress, but since he's even bold enough to provoke the police, I don't think he would go into hiding. Moreover, according to the autopsy report, alcohol was detected. He was likely forced to drink before he died in the 515 series. This has never happened before. This shows he started drinking recently, or maybe it's a recent habit. Considering he went through a life crisis before he started killing again, he might even be an alcoholic now. And found along with the body was a cigarette butt. This means he both smokes and drinks. He has to go out to buy them eventually. In criminal investigations, you never know unless you try, especially with such a high probability. Second, I can remember everything I see, every person, every detail. If someone looks at me repeatedly, even days apart, I will remember them. This is my special ability. I don't need to prove it to you.
Talk about bragging?
Time is almost up. I'll speed things up then. This morning I received investigative files again from Chief Pang. There are 3 files this time, among them this one. This person is the killer.
He's the killer.
He's the killer.
In Jincheng.
And the surrounding areas.
Many people were born on the same day, month, and year, but Chief Pang's investigation was thorough. At his stage, he already ruled out many for me, although some people's ages and birthdays match. But they have been active in other cities for a long time, whether it's their phone numbers or credit cards. It can all prove that in recent years, they haven't been living in Bincheng. Others are in college, running companies, or died young, and so on. After ruling out many, he sent me a total of 8 files. Every single one has issues. For example, this one, Zhuo Lei Mao. July 29, 1986, in the Gregorian calendar, June 23 in the lunar calendar, formerly studied at Jincheng Academy. Dropped out on May 26, 2004. For some reason, he was 18 then, in his senior year of high school, with the graduation exams only a month away, yet his identity information after early 2008 was never used again. His phone was disconnected and reclaimed, no travel records and no bank cards were ever issued, I believe. The killer abandoned his past identity and through some illegal means obtained a new one.
Wait,
This is so annoying.
you just said these 8 files are all highly suspicious. Then how can you be sure that he is the killer?
Then do you remember what I just said? I remember. Based on when the killer was 18, I sketched his current appearance. This helps me remember better considering the victim's weight, and the killer digging a hole to bury the body. He should be in good physical shape, not too fat. I drew him slightly chubby, to better show facial features typical of a middle-aged man, and this person I've seen him before. About 3:30 p.m. 4 days ago in Sandow Alley. When I was handing a bottle to a sanitation worker, he passed by the end of the alley at the T-junction, wearing a gray top and green pants. He was on the phone, and he looked at me. And 3 days ago, around 10:17 a.m., he was on Jugan Street in front of Zhengheng hardware store. He was smoking and looked at me. And this morning, at the fried chicken shop on the corner of Nandao Street, I had just finished eating and stepped out. He brushed past me and bumped into me. Also, he has a car that was parked in front of the hardware store and appeared by the roadside near the fried chicken shop. But I don't think he was stalking me the 3rd time, or I would have noticed sooner. We probably just ran into each other again. He noticed me. As for why he bumped into me, it's hard for me to speculate on his twisted mind.
You're just telling a story, aren't you? These are all just your personal memories. You just remember it. Then where's the evidence?
You want evidence, right? I'll give it to you. Based on the killer's license plate number and the one on the hardware store's phone number, I did a comparative investigation. The car owner and the shop owner are the same person. This is a legal printout of his current household registration info. His name is Ding Ripeng. Through online tracking, I found his social media accounts and other information. Although I trust my memory, his current ID photo is strikingly similar to my sketch. The possibility of it being a coincidence is slim, but we only have one shot at catching him. I need more solid evidence like this. This is from last year. This record, his social media post from July 28th. It doesn't match the birthday on his ID, but is actually the 23rd day of the 6th lunar month. He still celebrates his real birthday, and must have lied to his friends and family, making up reasons why the date differs from his ID. For instance, that he changed his age to get into school back then. There are 2 bowls on the table. According to the registration records, he got divorced 3 years ago. His ex-wife has already left the city. They have no children. And looking at the updates he posted 3 years ago, the woman who cooked and ate with him, named Xiao Yu, is the woman he cheated with 3 years ago. But on May 17th of this year, he posted this update. They must have had a falling out. Although we don't know the exact nature of their conflict, but it doesn't matter. Just from his appearance, birthday, and recent changes, I'm certain I don't believe in any more coincidences. He is the killer. And what surprises me even more is the killer's level of depravity. It's beyond my imagination. He actually left direct evidence of his crimes online. This morning, while checking the killer's following list, I found an old account with very few digits registered in the early 2000s, named X. I took a look, registered in 03, stopped updating in 07. There isn't much content, only about a dozen posts in total, but the killer's current account was registered in 09. Why would he follow a zombie account that hasn't been updated in years? It's a habit for some people when someone has multiple accounts on the same platform to avoid forgetting the login info. For their old or secondary accounts, they choose to follow themselves. I suspected right then that this account was his from his student days. Using some technical means, I logged into the account, and inside I found a hidden private album. Including Luo Shanshan, whom he uploaded in early June, there are photos of 14 victims.
During the crimes.
There are 15 victims in total. The photo of the victim from the first case in 2014 isn't among them. This is likely because when he first committed the crime, he didn't have a phone or camera with a camera function. The first time he acted under extreme emotions, but after that, he specifically bought a phone or camera with a camera function to prepare for the second case.
Then what are we waiting for? We need to catch him now. Director Liu, I'll take my team there right now.
No need. The task force is already in motion. Wu Xinyan Detective, Bincheng CID. Leader of Major Crimes Unit 1, Deputy Chief Sun Meng, Chief of Bincheng Sanlong Police Station Wei Qingnian, Deputy Commissioner of Jining Provincial Police Department. Pang Hai and several officers from Sanlong Police Station have surrounded the suspect's residence, about to initiate the arrest. This is Wu Nan.
Can you hear me?
Uncle Zhao.
This is Zhao Chenglong. Please respond if you copy.
Copy that.
What's the situation on site?
We've scouted the surrounding area and checked with the neighborhood. About his recent activities, 2 intersections have been cordoned off. Conducted surveillance of the suspect's room through the window. Only the suspect has been spotted so far. No other individuals were found. Unable to determine if the suspect is carrying a weapon. Ready to start the arrest at any time.
Move out.
Roger that.
You're all familiar faces in Bincheng. I'll knock on the door.
Vicer. Who is it?
Water company, I called you earlier to replace the smart water meter. Coming. Hello, please open the door.
Stop right there.
Xiao Mao. This way.
Still trying to run.
Get out of the way if you don't want to die. Ah.
Why did you run? Why did you run?
Talk.
You recognize me, don't you?
Pang Hai. Shu Zuzi. Zhou Yong. Zhang Teng. Ye Guilan. It's been over 20 years. You still haven't given up on finding me.
You. These names are...
These are from the 515 serial cases, the key detectives. After the 515 task force finished its investigation, the elites brought in from all over left. But the Jincheng police never gave up. Every few years, they tried to reopen the case, including private investigations. Hunting for 20 years, they never gave up.
Reporting, Captain. The capture was a success.
Let's head back.
20 years. Such a long time. How many 20-year stretches does a person get in a lifetime?
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
A genius.
A real genius.
Reporting, Captain. The capture was a success. Let's head back.
Sis, you've got to look cool jumping through the window. Everyone's watching.
Why did you run?
Hey sis, what's wrong?
You knew I'd jump through the window?
Just a deduction. You're the fastest and the most agile.
You knew Chief Pang would knock on the door.
He's obsessed.
You scouted the area.
I didn't need a second look. I've been walking around the neighborhood these past few days. I remember every building and the layout.
So you deduced in advance that Chief Pang would offer to knock. You deduced the suspect would recognize him and jump out the window to escape. And also deduced I'd jump out to chase him and had Uncle Sun wait at the intersection.
That's right, sis. Your brother is pretty impressive, right?
Xiaonan.
What is it, sis?
All of a sudden, you're making me feel frightened.
Frightened of what? Don't worry, sis. As long as you're here, I'll always be a good boy.
I'm the king of the world, king of the world.
The DNA test results will be out in a day. Even without a confession, it is enough to get you executed dozens of times. Start talking. Why? 20 years later, you took another innocent life.
Hi. I was in a bad mood that day. She took all my money and ran John Yu, that bitch. I got a divorce for her, but she kept refusing to marry me. All these years. She spent money like water. She even lied to me about buying a house. Then she ran off.
You killed someone just for that. You.
Wu. Don't be impulsive. Making a mistake for someone like him is not worth it.
Is he even human? He is a piece of scum. He is a freak who doesn't deserve anything.
Don't hit me. I will talk. I will tell you everything. Why? What did I do wrong? They didn't want me at all, that woman. She would rather spend money on that man than pay for my medical bills. She said seeing me made her feel sick. Seeing me was like seeing something rotten. She wanted to throw up. She regretted giving birth to me.
So, just because your parents treated you badly, your father abused you constantly when you were a child. Even a month before your graduation exam, he beat you so badly you were hospitalized. And you were forced to drop out. Your mother also favored the daughter she had from her affair, your half-sister. You felt it was unfair while you were in the hospital because the medical bills were too high. The two of them had a huge fight. They both abandoned you.
Leaving you in the hospital to die alone? Yes. Yes, I felt terrible. The more I thought about it.
So that is your reason for hurting innocent people?
You have no idea. I live in hell. They treated me like a dog. I live in hell in hell.
If you really lived in hell, you wouldn't have met a kind doctor who paid all your medical bills for you. When you were discharged, they even gave you some money, right? You said that, didn't you? You just said that.
Yes. Yes.
You chose to remember all the bad memories, but you forgot the kindness the world showed you. You had clearly escaped that terrible family. You could have restarted your life. You should have looked forward, but you chose to hurt innocent people. Ding Ruiping, are you even human?
I am not human. Ha ha ha, I am not human.
After the first case, why did you commit the second crime and all the ones that followed? Give us the details.
Why? Why? It was fun. It was so much fun.
I have never felt that way before.
Cold case of the century. Solved blood demon reappears. The real killer of the 515 serial cases strikes again. Penang Police Station solves the case in record time.
Hey, Officer Wu.
What's wrong?
Come to think of it, I should probably call you senior. We went to the same high school. I'm 2 years behind you.
You want my phone number, don't you? Xiaonan told me.
No, I'm not asking for your number, Officer Wu. Look, can you give me Nan's number?
Huh.
I asked him for it. He thought I was annoying and wouldn't give it to me.
Aren't you a police officer too? If you want his number, why not just look it up in the police system?
Oh, I already tried that. He's really strange in the system. All his contact information has been deleted, so he's very mysterious.
No need. What's his number? Give it to me. I'm in the system. I couldn't find his contact info.
Wu Nan?
I heard you even dressed up as a girl. So cute. Yeah, put it on so we can see. None of us got to see it. Put it on and take a photo with us, okay?
Wu Nan, tell me the truth.
Huh, what did I do now?
Your phone number, why isn't it in the police system? Did you hack into it again? Don't run, I promise I won't kill you. Don't run. Uncle called again. He wants us to go over. Mom, Dad. Don't worry, Zhao Nan is very smart now, and he already promised me that he'll definitely become a police officer in the future. Even though he's usually mischievous, he's excellent. In the future, he'll definitely become a master detective.